You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
You say, how the children today is a problem. How they're not obedient and they're so delinquent. How they don't listen to nothing you say. They only want to have their own way. How they rude. The children today just ain't good. But have you ever sit and consider what could have them acting in this manner? If you do, you'll see that the problem is me and you. Some parents today have no respect. They have no love, so what they expect? When they set no examples at all. For the big ones and neither the small, they conduct themselves in such a disgraceful way. So much indiscipline they just display. So before you cast aspersions, do look in the mirror first, I tell you. La 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 la. I know of some mothers who just leave their daughter at home and go party with breakfast and high. And these same mothers will turn wrong and say, if one of their daughters should only stray, they fed up. Cause the girls nowadays too hot. But they never had time for their girl child. Cause there was always out there running wine. They won't cool down, still want to beat every fete in town. Some others, they have no dignity. They forget all about morality. If you see their clothes or it's skimpy, piercings from the eye to the tooth. Some have tattoos like an exhibition. On the face, the hand, foot, and the bamba. So when you see the girls with tattoo, remember what monkey see, monkey do. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Some fathers does rather to line by the corner or to chase down women than to mind their children. They wouldn't contribute not $1, but if their son becomes lawyer or doctor, they most them to their friends. Look, my son passing. Some does have to end up in court paying maintenance for their child to get something. Them father should be living in Carrera. Some fathers, they have no ambition. Some shouldn't even be called a man. They don't like responsibility. They prefer to live Viking. Won't sacrifice and they to go PTA, but to sit down and smoke their life away. And when their sons do it to the shame, so now please tell me, who is to blame? La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Some parents just figure that their child class teacher or the poor old mother is the babysitter. Night or day, you cannot find them at home. If they're not on work, when they're going to roam, while granny in she old days mining baby. Some do mothers leave at home and next little one to watch the baby while they having fun. Why have children if you cannot take care of them? Some adults need plenty counseling to teach them the art of parenting. Let them know their kids is their duty and not the neighbor or the mommy. Tell them that they have an obligation. It's not only about making children. Animals don't neglect their own, so that behavior I cannot condone. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Bandits killing people like chicken, and the law ain't doing anything. Crimes committed now by the hour, and no one seems to have an answer. So I come up with a solution to fight the crime situation. The minister, open your head and listen to my little idea. Put me in jail and leave me bandits free. Only so we guarantee it. Put me in jail, leave me bandits free. No longer would we have to worry. In jail we get in protection, free food, medical attention, while justice sleeping, so to speak. Bandits how they play. Put me in jail and leave me bandits free. Go jail them, go jail them. Put me in jail and leave me bandits free. Just leave them to play. Whenever they hold a criminal, just a few days prior to trial, you could never bet some accomplice. They can surely pass out the witness. That is why, for our own safety, I'm begging the powers that be to use the own sense of reason and let us instead live in prison. Put me in jail and leave me bandits free. Cause criminals have more rights than we. Put me in jail and leave me bandits free. Leave them to rape and kill my baby. In jail we don't have to pay VAT, light bill and tax and things like that. Life in there very cheap and nice. It is the perfect sacrifice. Put me in jail and leave me bandits free. Go jail them, go jail them. Put me in jail and leave me bandits free. Just leave them to play. The folks on the mercy committee are not allowed in prison with we. Neither politicians and lawyers, but them are digging any horrors. If them want the killers to pardon, so leave them out there if they had. When they start feeling the heat like well, we relaxing, cooling tight. Put me in jail and leave the bandits free. Let the drug lords control the city. Put me in jail and leave the bandits free. But please save us from this misery. In jail will be priests and pundits. Out there is rapists and bandits. While I Carrera catching fish, Lincoln Guerra fixing a promise. Put me in jail and leave the bandits free. Go jail them and play. Put me in jail and leave the bandits free. Just leave them to play. they read a death warrant. Criminals become the complainant. Talking about how long them in death row. And the screw will to hang them chest so. Then the lawyers file an injunction for a stay of execution. And the 5 years and the case settled, the killers must escape the gallows. Be in jail and live the bandits free if they want to mash up the country. Be in jail and live the bandits free. Please save us from this misery. In jail there will be no lizard. Be free to fight with snake instead. Out there's the law of the jungle. Inside is peace for the hunger. We in jail and leave the bandits free. Sing everybody. Let me hear you. Put we in jail and leave the bandits free. One more time. Let me go. Let me go. Put we in jail and leave the bandits free. Go jail them. Go jail them. Put we in jail and leave the bandits free. Just leave them. Just leave them. Put we in jail and leave the bandits free. Just leave them. Just leave them. To put we in jail and leave the bandits free. Go jail them. Go jail them. Put we in jail and leave the bandits free. Thank you very much. Love you all.
I want to show you something that is really, really stupid on my phone, and it reminds me,
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else who will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception, it is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, all and sundries are welcome here in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. It doesn't matter if you wear a red jersey, you wear a yellow jersey, you wear a pink jersey, you wear a mauve jersey. It doesn't matter, folks. We welcome each and everyone in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let me say welcome to no other than Tommy Marshall, the Commissioner of Newark, Nesbitt. Tommy, welcome. How you doing, my friend?
Good evening, brother. How are you today?
Today's a fantabulous, splendiferous, marvelous, tremendous day.
Am I wearing the right jersey today?
You have on a blue jersey? Well, I guess we matching, boy.
Oh, we marching.
Yeah. We marching. Yeah. You repping Under Armour? Repping Under Armour, boy. Oh God, Under Armour, boy. Hey, Tommy, I remember that company when it first started, you know, boy.
Did you buy stocks?
But no, I didn't buy, you know, because you know, they didn't think, you know. I remember that because my son used to play for a soccer team, right? And a lot of the kids had Under Armour stuff when it was cold, and they were saying that it really and truly made them feel warm, you know. Right. But I already had all different other type of stuff back then. I say, you know, Nike and Adidas, you know, already have first mover advantage in global business. That's what we call that. And it would be difficult for Under Armour to really get a hold on that market. But boy, was I wrong. They have a significant impact now.
Yes. You know, but even though I went Under Armour, and I thought it's a t-shirt that should keep me cool. I started feeling a little warm, so I had to put on the AC. Wow.
Yeah. They have done a tremendous job, man. They really have done a tremendous job. And it's funny, right? In my global business class, there was a company in China called 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵. And 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵. 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵, that's what they named it, 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵. And what they actually did is they ripped off Under Armour. You see, like how Under Armour is two U's and it's like interlock each other?
Yes.
They basically just separated the two U's and call it 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵. And they were doing all different type of Under Armour stuff, you know, and finally Under Armour had to sue them. And anybody listening, when you get a chance, just Google 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵. That's 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵, 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵. And you're going to see, you know, they actually tried to rip off Under Armour, but Under Armour sued them. And eventually that company in China had to close down because, you know, they were basically a counterfeit company trying to rip off Under Armour. So, you know, Under Armour had to do what they had to do because they were in.
They're trying to write Under Armour's coattail for profit.
Yeah. They call it 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗵, you know.
Yeah, well.
But it didn't last too long, you know. It didn't last too long, you know. But
China has a reputation for that, as we all know.
Yeah, you know, Tommy, in 2015, I went to China to run. That's the first time I've been to China, boy. And you know, it's different than people think it really is. In that, you think because China is considered to be a communist country, right? You think things will be kind of, I mean, they will. It was structured. For example, right, in the hotel, we only got Facebook for like 2 or 3 hours. And after that, there was no Facebook. So if you needed to do something, you had to use WeChat. If you wanted to communicate with someone, you could communicate using WeChat. That's like China's sort of Facebook, you know, WeChat. That's the way they communicate, you know, back and forth with each other. You know, and I mean, if we wanted to go to different places, you know, you call up a taxi, they didn't speak much English. And, you know, you go where you have to go, to take you where you wanted to go, and they bring you back. And the thing about it, though, when you go to the malls, in the malls, I mean, it's counterfeit galore. But the counterfeit are not out front, right? You know, if they hear you like you have an American accent or you're a foreigner, you know, they try to get you to take you into the back. And in the back is where you get all the real, man, it was everything. All the different watches, everything, man. Everything. You know, but that was a great experience. And then I went to the Great Wall of China. I mean, that was a magnificent experience for me, man. That was, and we took the bus to go there, and you know, we took the train to come back. And it's funny, Tommy, riding on the train, the people will be looking at you like if you're from Mars, man. But there weren't many of us riding the train, you know, so to speak.
You mean people of color?
Yeah. It might have been 2 or 3 maybe. And you know, when you get on the train, you have to put your bags, you know, through a scanner. Everybody had to put their bags through a scanner. You know, you don't just walk onto the train. You put it through a scanner. You know, I mean, I guess they're checking to see if people have anything that, you know, can blow up the train station or whatever. You know, but that was a great experience. A long trip, but a great experience. You know.
I haven't done China yet, but hopefully one of these good days I will.
Yeah. China is pretty good, man. China is pretty good. You know, I also liked Italy quite a bit. You know, Italy was really nice, man. And I had another experience in Italy, right? You know, Italy has what's called, a lot of these European countries have what's called a siesta. From like 12 to 2 p.m., they like go home and get a power nap, so to speak.
Right.
So, you know, while in Italy, I went out the streets about 12 something trying to go get lunch.
Nobody.
And all the places were closed, man. I'm like, what's going on here?
Right.
You know, then I had to ask a few other people that say, well, let me tell you, this is not America, you know, it's not the United States of America. When 12 o'clock reach, people go home between 12 and 2, and they go home and they relax a little bit, and they come back to work at 2 p.m. and they may go till 6, 7 o'clock at night. But that's just the way it's been. You know, that was a great experience too. You know, and then I went to Finland. Tommy, Finland is a whole new ball game. In Finland, right, there is more day than there is night. There's more light than there is darkness. So 11 at night, 11 p.m., it's still light, right? So it gets dark about 11:30, 12 o'clock. And by the time 5 a.m. again, it's already light again.
Where they located?
Finland, you know, I'm not good with geography. But Finland is close up to like Sweden. And so you could take a boat to go from Finland to Sweden, and Russia is close by. A lot of those countries up there, you know, are kind of close by, because my wife and them went to Sweden. I think they even went to Russia too. You know, those things are kind of close by. You know, it's just a few hours, you know, riding a ferry and you get there. I didn't go because I was there to run. You know, but that was another great experience. And the suicide rate in Finland is one of the highest in the world. They said it's because of, you know, so much daytime, you know,
Right.
and less nighttime.
People aren't getting enough rest.
Yeah. And that was the first time, Tommy, I had to sleep with those things over your eyes.
Yeah, the blinders.
The blinders, and then you have to have shutters as well. Because if you want to go to bed like 9, 10 at night, you know, and you know, even though they're windows, and they're curtains, it's pretty bright in the house. So you got to put on those shutters to make it feel dark in order for you to go to sleep. And we had to do that almost every night. You know. So that was a great experience. Let me say welcome to, of course, Tommy's sweetheart. She's first again, Nadia.
I saw her. That's the village sweetheart.
Yeah.
Not just my sweetheart, the village sweetheart.
Well, you know, she is considered to be. She has been on a roll now with being the first one in the village. So let me say hello to Nadia as well.
Good night, Nadia. Good evening, Nadia.
Nadia, good night to you. You know, Nadia is way out front. When I was preparing, I only seen all kind of different colorful boys, colors galore by Tommy. And hopefully Gary will join us soon, and Diana may join us. She's on the road, so to speak. You know? Nadia says good night to you, Tommy. She says good night to Gary. So Nadia's first, second, third, fourth. Then she says good night to everyone in the village, fifth.
Enough love, Nadia. Enough love for you, Nadia.
Yep. And then Joan Jadube. Joan, welcome. Seventh.
Good evening, Joan.
Nadia, what's up? You know, I think Joan went walking today. Then we have Rennie Muhammad. Rennie, welcome. Rennie in early tonight, boy.
Hey, Rennie.
Yeah,
Rennie.
The
girl's pips too.
Oh, what, boy? Joan got a wedding reception. She gotta go to tonight. Joan, who getting married? Who getting married, boy? Who getting married? Oh, when he going to a wedding tomorrow, boy? Joan going today. When he going? Oh, boy, people getting. people couldn't wait for the pandemic to finish, boy.
Yeah, I know this one girl here in Jersey that I knew was a little child getting married today to this evening.
Huh? Yeah. And
𝗪𝗶𝗫𝗃
when you say we
is
going,
getting married.
okay. Monday's a holiday in Trinidad?
Yes, it's what day is that again?
Is that emancipation?
Yeah, emancipation. That's what it is.
Okay, all right. Oh God, what Joan say? I go and get on real bad. It's long overdue. Joan, what it is, boy? Miss Kuva, good night. Welcome. Hey, Jones. All right, Joan. Bye-bye. Joan says she's gonna put on some makeup, boy. Be safe. Bye-bye, Joan. Enjoy that wedding, Joan. Eat for all of us.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
And congratulations to the bride and the groom.
No. Okay. All right. Floyd can welcome. Ken John, welcome. I know Ken John been here before, so welcome, Ken. Carice, welcome. Carice is in the house. Welcome. 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗴𝗲, which is Nadia. Nadia is using her daughter's phone because her...
What's her daughter's name? Disha?
𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗴𝗲, yeah.
I started thinking about, when I heard that name, I started thinking about the broadcaster in Trinidad.
Who's that?
There was this beautiful broadcaster
named 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗹 too? 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗹?
Yeah, I think she got married though.
Oh, okay. But so Tommy, I don't think much. So Tommy, I put up a post, right, about some flooding in Kentucky.
remember last show I was telling you about it?
Yeah. So I went and I looked and I saw how they really flood out in Kentucky. So I put up a post trying to inform people that, look, you know, it's not Trinidad alone flooding. Kentucky's flooding too, and the governor had to close down a lot of places, and there were a lot of things that they had to do, and it was very serious. And somebody asked me, "Oh, you gonna blame Dr. Rowley for that too?" I said, "Oh, I said, I'm giving you information, right? I'm giving you information about what's happening in this country to see that some of the same things are happening in Trinidad, right? It's not just, you know, Trinidad is not just isolated and them alone flooding. You know, states here. Go ahead.
I said global warming is taking its effect.
It's all over the world. It's not just, I mean, you know, people that say God is a Trinity, but I mean, it's all over the world. So flooding, and they have places outside of the United States that are flooding around the world. It's not just, you know,
not just currently
go alone.
You know, but you know what's different is that 9 times out of 10 in some of these larger countries, when there's disaster, there's a lot of loss of life. We still have to be grateful that in Trinidad, when we have issues, it isn't that critical, because loss of life is the most important component in the whole scheme of things. Because you can replace material things, but you can't replace a life.
Correct.
So that's what people has to be aware of, the fact that as long as life is being preserved, they're still ahead of the game, because they can replace all the material. They can even get new places to live, change the location, get new residents if their residence is devastated.
Yeah. So also, Tommy, today is Caribana. Highly welcome.
Caribana.
You ever been to Caribana?
So many times. I used to carry a bus from Jersey to Toronto every year. As a matter of fact, I used to have the best bus ride from this area.
Oh, okay,
so okay. To go back to Trinidad, I dismantled all of that.
I've been to carnivals across the United States. I will say Caravana is the most disciplined carnival I've ever went to.
It's the most enjoyable, I think, in North America.
Yeah, it's a whole new ball game with that carnival. So I think Hailey is in Canada too. I think. Hailey, are you in Canada? You know,
I know Albert look like he's having a time, but
yeah. Albert having a time, man. Albert having a time. You know, yeah. So Tommy, Nadia did confirm that she is using Visha is her daughter's phone that she's using and just to log into the village. You know, yeah. So I post that and people are like, you know, am I gonna blame Dr. Rowley for that? But nah, I not blaming. Oh, Ali says he live in Toronto. In Toronto.
you.
Okay. So isn't Carabana in Toronto?
Yep, that's where it is.
Yeah, so Hailey, how come you in balancing, man? Maybe Hailey do partake in Carabana. You know what I mean? But I see Albert put up a post saying that he going to the panorama, he going to this one, but they had streamed the panorama, you know. By the time I see it, it was too late for us to stream it. You know? Whack stream the panorama. If I had known ahead of time, I would have definitely, you know, get the viewers to take a look at it. But it was kind of late.
Yeah, Wack is cutting us on carnival coverage.
Yeah. They're very good. So Ken John says, you need to plant a tree to solve the global warming problems, and the government should give $1 to each person in Trinidad to plant a tree. What do you think about that, Tommy?
Yes, but people, they have to be motivated for their children and grandchildren's future. What do you think about it? You don't always have to incentivize you doing the right thing. The right thing is the right thing. Benefits all.
Yeah. So, Troy Smith, welcome. Tommy, we have coming up at 8 o'clock. Is the gentleman from the Beatum, one of the young gentlemen from the Beatum who passed for St. Mary's or St. Mary's/CIC in Trinidad, and we're going to interview him and his parent. You know, I mean, anything like that happens in the Beatum, you know, it's a great success, and
Yes.
you know, we highlight that type of success. Hailey say no, I don't partake. You know, Troy Smith, welcome. Yeah, Nadia, we know you're still there. Good night to you, Troy Smith. Yeah, so yeah, so we are happy to interview, and you know, if folks have any people that we think, you know, we should highlight, you know, from a positive perspective, you know, we want to do that as much as possible, right? Because you know, sometimes people think you're only on a one-track thing, you're only on the government. You know, we not just, you know, we are trying to get things better for Trinidad and Tobago, and you know, if people want to stay on the government, but a partner of mine, a good P&M partner of mine, tell me how, and some, I don't understand how they'll be bashing the P&M. So you know, I say bashing the P&M, boy. Tommy, you really think we just be bashing the P&M, boy?
No, you know, all we are concerned about is having a better standard and quality of life in Trinidad and Tobago. Nobody cares whether it's PNM, UNC, PDP, COP, whoever. We don't care who's in governance. We just want the right thing to be done. We just want people to have a better life. That's what we care about. We don't care about any other party. At least I don't know about you.
So, but this is the thing, Tommy. This is what I find, right? I find that if you support a party, right, you're supposed to have an opinion too.
Absolutely.
You're not just supposed to have the opinion of the leader. Then basically what you have is just followers. And you just follow along with whatever the leader says. You know, I mean, I've never been like that. I mean,
You have to be an independent, critical thinker.
yeah, and that doesn't mean to say you can't support a party. You know, I guess that's why the coach of the college team named me captain of the team, because he felt that I could lead people, even people who were older than me. I didn't even know that he saw that in me, but he did, right? Because, you know, I mean, ever from since a young man, I was always a critical thinker. I never followed the crowd. I never followed the crowd. And so, in the same thing, and people know, I don't hide it. And people don't like, well, he's not paying him because he always criticizing Dr. Rowley, right? I am criticizing and being critical because I want them to do better for the country. That's
And
what
then, you know, there are those who are just for themselves and selfish and the individualism. And there are those who care about the community and are community servants. I know who I am. I know what I've done and what I continue to do in the community and will do in any community that I'm in. Because once you're there and you help others, it makes you feel better. It makes you feel, it makes your life more meaningful.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it's about, man. It's about trying to make a difference. And the other thing is this, right, Tommy? If I could make a difference, or if we could make a difference in one person's life, just one, I am happy. That's me. I mean, people worry about, well, you have this and all you only have that. Or they could say what people can say what they want. You know, just imagine, Tommy, if you depended on other people for your happiness. Just think about that.
You might be waiting a lifetime.
Yep. But I support a party, and if I think the policies are not what it's supposed to be, you know, I'm going to give an opinion. I'm going to give my opinion.
You have to speak up.
You may not like my opinion, and you could call me all kind of thing, and it doesn't matter. You know, I don't care what do you call me. You can call me whatever you want. That's up to you, and that's your opinion. And I always said, you know, the quote is, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. You know? And I truly believe that. You know? All the kind of names people just call me, I was like, okay. I mean, but they don't even know me. You know? They don't even know me. So, of course, folks, coming up at 8 p.m., we have the gentleman 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 from the BTAM. He passed for St. Mary's College. We're going to be doing an interview with him. In the meanwhile, let's go to the So, Tommy,
Yes, sir.
sometimes we want the best for the country, right? But think about this. Let's look at this one here. Let's look at WZYE, right? Let's look at WZYE. And listen to this. Take a listen to this.
𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗃 moving towards being a utility provider that is modern and technological is part of the cabinet-approved WZYE transformation plan. So says Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez, who states that the aim is to get rid of serious inefficiencies at WZYE and provide quality service to customers.
The board has been mandated to immediately begin the execution of the transformation plan. The first step will be the implementation of a new structure at the top executive and managerial levels, and then to the rest of the organization. The intent is to attract the brightest and the best talent to fill the new executive positions, all of which will be openly advertised.
As to what this means for some of the present executive staff?
In the executive management, we have currently about 426 managers, and the intention is to reduce that by 50%.
A cost has not yet been worked out for this particular initiative. WZYE's chairman Ravi Nanga is also unable to say how much staff within the bargaining unit would be affected by the plan that is forecast to be completed over the span of 15 to 20 months.
This is not a retrenchment exercise. It is a restructuring. Perhaps it's splitting hairs to say that. The union has already indicated, well, look, they accept to a certain level there is overstaffing. We will be, they are employing us to offer VSEP, which we will take on board.
That phase is anticipated to commence in the first quarter of 2023. However, Gonzalez says the transformation of WZYE would also create new job opportunities for the youth, as well as enable the retraining and retooling of present employees. He's making this promise.
I want to assure the recognized majority unions that there will be no implementation of the transformation plan at the level of the bargaining units until there has been fulsome negotiations.
We are starting at the top so that the workers comprising the bargaining units at the lower levels, they have absolutely nothing to fear.
Another feature of the transformation plan is the intention to develop 5 service areas: Northwest, Northeast, Central, South, and Tobago. Each area is to be headed by a regional manager who would report to the Chief Executive Officer. The ministry states that WZYE would soon submit its 2022 to 2027 business plan to guide the execution of many future initiatives under the transformation process. According to Gonzalez, it's the first time WZYE would be completing such a project since the establishment of the Regulated Industries Commission. 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃, TV6 News.
Well, it's interesting, right, Tommy? In
Yes.
that, Tommy, welcome. Tommy, Gary, welcome, and Diana, welcome.
Good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
A day, they working me hard. What going on in the village? What going on?
Everybody
What
quiet for now.
Ansem? What Ansem getting licks for again now?
No, that's a normal thing.
Is that normal thing?
Yeah.
I tell
So,
you, I want to stop bullying my prime minister. Right.
so WZYE has 426 managers and a workforce of 4,803 workers. Right? So 50% of the managers going home, 403 managers. So 413 managers, excuse me. So that is about 5% of the workers, so to speak. I mean, a little less than 5%, right? And it's not a retrenchment, it's a restructuring, right? I mean,
So restructuring is when you move people around and so on and so forth. But when you let go a massive amount of people, it's something else.
But they let what they do. They're in a restructuring. Jobs can be eliminated.
Correct.
And what they would do is, instead of having 10 people, they'll get you one manager or one body, six portfolios, 6 jobs to do.
Well,
I want to know, with so many people they couldn't get it done. With less, they're gonna get it done.
Well, here now they go provide less services now. Because I understand my girl from 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗹𝗴𝗲, she ain't getting the water on her designated days in her area. She said she didn't have no water Wednesday and she didn't have no water Friday.
Yeah, but
I wonder if she got today.
I don't know.
The thing is what I don't understand, right? They say they're actually going to replace those workers with younger workers.
Younger workers.
Yeah.
So less experience, less know-how, less knowledge.
Look,
lesser wages.
At the end of the day, the people of Trinidad and Tobago may not want this, but they have to privatize WZYE. They have to privatize TNTech. The government have to get out of the business of running them organizations. Because they're not doing a good job. They're not doing a good job. And what normally happens is that, it's a political hole in order for you to put certain people that have no kind of experience or no knowledge of them kind of position
Yes.
because they supported the party.
Constructed and designed by Dr. 𝗪𝗹𝗹𝗲.
Oh God, Gary, there you go again.
But
But
who created me?
wait a
Baste
minute.
Pandey? Original Kapildeo? Who created it?
Every
𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗃.
party, all right, somebody had to create something, Gary. All right, let's say.
Well, who's the master blaster there? Him?
So Gary, let's say Dr. 𝗪𝗹𝗹𝗲 created it. Fine. Dr. 𝗪𝗹𝗹𝗃 created, right? So government come and government go, and none of them changed it.
You could change the curriculum plan that easy. What you want war in the country? You want them to you want them to kill the new government?
When you in government, you could when you have the majority, you can change whatever you want.
The majority Kamala Harris couldn't do what she want.
When you have the majority,
you see how much threat was against you?
When you have the majority in government, you can do whatever you want.
Well, the majority Kamala Harris still couldn't do what she want.
Gary, let me come in there. She changed what she wanted to. She dealt with what she wanted to deal with. Certain things she didn't want to deal with, she didn't want to touch. But anything she really wanted to touch, she could have. Anyway, I don't want to get into no arguments about that.
No, it's not a we are arguing. We're having a discussion. Nobody vex and hate nobody here. We trashing it all. We're bringing the truth to the thing. My truth, your truth, what you know. So the thing about it is, you wasn't aware that how much threat was against her, and how boldface they went up against her.
Gary,
a lot of it could have been fake news.
Gary, if I am the prime minister and I'm in office and I have the majority of the seats and I want to make a change, nobody could stop me from making the change lawfully. None. Nobody.
You can't do that in PNM country unless you have a leader.
That is fake news.
PNM country is garbage.
Look what the NAR did. All the things the NAR did and they end up out of office, right? That was NAR. They had
what happened to NAR?
Huh?
Now get shut up, right? They shut the prime minister, right?
You know how much changes now make? Now make plenty changes in Trinidad and Tobago. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do
what was the end result? What was the end result?
But it doesn't matter. You say they can't make the changes.
If you want to get shot.
Look how much changes now made. Now made a lot of changes, but the people of the country didn't want those changes. That is who it is. That is the way the
PNM Cosa Nostra rules, buddy.
People of the country didn't want those changes. It doesn't matter who it was. Now it was 33-3, and the people didn't want those changes. Now I wanted people to go and work a whole day now. People was working two hours a day for 8 hours pay. They wanted to rewrite things for the country.
No, this is my suggestion. That you allow the people like the CPEP workers and to work 4 hours a day and do a couple of hours at school in the evening time, after or before work or however it is, so that they can advance themselves. This is what I would say would be a good opportunity.
So hear what 𝗪𝗍𝗲 says. Kamala did what the elites want, and Rory is also doing what the elites want. What's the difference? Just different party.
You can't compare Kamala with Rowley because Kamala provide for you and Rowley take it away.
I'm just reading what 𝗪𝗍𝗲 says.
Yeah, well, 𝗪𝗍𝗲 need to get their facts right.
Kamala did what the elites want. So from this one here, Gary, is only Rowley doing what the elites want, right? In this statement here.
I am not saying that Kamala didn't do some things that the elites want, but she provided what the poor and disadvantaged people needed to get themselves ahead. She started to provide the tools. And it seems like no matter how much she did, they tried to sweep as much as it possible under the carpet with a few little things that went down here and there. They don't like to recognize that. Now they're suffering. Let me tell you something. If Kamala did what Rowley did to them, there would have been moderation in TNT. You think one person would have dead?
No, Gary. Here's Ken John, right? Why always when you say something about Kamala, the UNC people does always get vice up and vex? Like, example, Kamala have to step down to win.
Mm.
The UNC people that get vexed only because all they're trying to cover up the truth and voted on what? All you voted against all this stuff in Trinidad. Take it now. Take the jam in now.
Let me repeat this statement, Gary. It seemed like you didn't get it. Why always when you say something about Kamala, the UNC people does always get vice up and vexed? For example, Kamala have to step down to win.
For the UNC to win.
Some
That's what they-
people, a lot of the poor disadvantaged people prefer Kamala. You know, it's only we talking about she, but them on the ground they prefer Kamala because Kamala feed them. Kamala provide laptop for the children. Kamala started preschool. She built a school. She put schools where there was no school before, hospitals. So the poor people on the ground have a different thing to say.
Gary, you had to check your facts, eh?
I just check my facts.
Yeah, you had to check your facts.
Check my facts. The schools that Kamala no schools.
If the poor people on the ground was supporting Kamala 𝗪𝗪𝗲, she'd have won again in 20. She would have won she would have won re-election.
2015. Right? Yeah.
No. They realize they bonked their head. And some are losing your voice. I don't know what's going on with you. I'm losing your voice.
Okay.
Like your mic going off and on.
All right. I'll stand up a little bit. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Gary.
No, a lot of people regret what they do, you know. A lot of people regret it.
No. But you said she helped a lot. I'm not disputing who she helped or she didn't help. But all I'm saying is that if you help,
first of all, answer, you didn't even realize how many schools that she built. I'm losing your voice again. What's going on with your mic?
So is my mic or your mic?
I'm hearing him. I'm hearing him
loud and clear.
I think it's Gary.
It's his phone.
This is what I simply say, right? And that Anderson Wilson, good night. If you were such a mother to the poor people of the country, and you did so much for these poor people, why would these poor people vote you out of office?
Ask the PNM EBC about that.
Not vote you back in office. Why?
Ask the PNM EBC about that. Ask 𝗪𝗹𝗹𝗃 about that because she knows a little more than me.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of people trying to bury 𝗪𝗹𝗃𝗃's voice.
This still the election, right?
You'll notice a lot of people trying to bury 𝗪𝗹𝗃𝗃's voice and to shut up as much as possible.
No, nobody can. Gary, with social media today, nobody can bury your voice.
So Gary, you think they stole the election?
I heard a lot. A lot of things to consider.
You really think
if they were so good, how come they couldn't steal the election in Tobago?
Ah boy, let them try. Boy.
And if it was such, how come there has been never a case?
You hear Mother Bonnie? They steal that one seat. Because it was 15-0. It was 15-0, and all of a sudden, 2 votes come and throw in somewhere.
Maybe the votes were always there.
Talk to Mother Bonnie. Talk to people like 𝗪𝗹𝗃𝗃. You're getting facts. You want real facts?
Gary, how come in Trinidad and Tobago, no one has been charged with any election fraud in Trinidad and Tobago?
Because some people realize they can't get nowhere with it.
Oh, so under Gary Griffith, if there was any election fraud,
what Gary Griffith could do if the structure is not there to support it, if the justice system is not there to support it.
Gary, Eugene Julian, welcome. Ron DMC, welcome. Eugene say, Gary, are you intoxicated? I'm just reading the post.
Yeah, I'm drinking puncheon right now. So anyway, we had to watch the top of the hour. Anyway, anyway.
Gary, if anybody in Trinidad and Tobago can prove that in any election there was election fraud, talk to me and I'll make arrangement. I'm not calling numbers. Talk to me and I'll make arrangement to donate to a charity of your choice. Anybody.
Make arrangement to collect the factual statement.
No, Gary, if anybody can prove that there's
No,
been
make arrangement to collect the
one
partial
thing I can
statement.
say, Gary, in Trinidad and Tobago, the elections are fair. Because there will be no evidence, no factual evidence that any election in Trinidad and Tobago, none, zero, no duck.
I would like to bring Jolene John here and let she tell you if she think the election was.
So Gary, if Jolene John comes here and she said there was election rigging or election fraud. So wait now. So you could just, before you go to court, you could tell the judge, that man committed that murder, you know. He's the murderer. He had to go to jail for that. You don't have to bring him to court because I say he's the murderer. Send him straight to jail. Come on, man.
Capita says what the PNM did is voter padding.
Yeah, all you can say all you want. Nobody, zero, nobody in Trinidad and Tobago have proven so far that any election, local election, you know, I'm not talking about internal election with them parties, yeah? That is their own story. You know, they'll talk about that too. They say
yeah. People say the election internal and all, they say them things.
In both parties. So every time something is rigged because someone lost, when you lose, it's rigged. When you win, it's perfect. Anytime you win, boy, that's the best election.
So you don't think the election was not hijacked at all at any point?
I do have no facts to say that.
Well, what I'm telling you is that I heard certain information about it. I don't have the facts in my possession either.
You want to go on things that you hear all the time. Gary, I hear, you know what I hear? I hear they're sending a man up to Macedonia, you know.
Let me tell you something. I'm telling you what I heard, right? I'm telling you what I heard.
Do you believe everything you hear?
I'm telling you what I hear. It's not a matter if I believe it or not.
Do you believe everything you hear?
Hello, I said I'm telling you what I hear. So we have to watch. We have to watch how things go. Let's see.
Watch how, look how many elections we had in Trinidad, and we had to watch for now.
All right, I waited to see how much of the disadvantaged people vote against PNM.
Anyway, Gary, we had to try our best to be immaculate with our words because
I watching to see how they treat 𝗏𝗏𝗏. I'm watching to see how they treat 𝗏𝗏𝗏.
All right.
Yeah. Now when we come back, we go deal with a comment here by Run DMC. You see, all I say, you are entitled to opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. You are entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts. Absolutely.
Opinion is nothing but an opinion.
Yeah, it's in the village with the DAG Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this show.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Number 10. He's a young man who goes by the name of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Francis. And he's coming to do for you tonight, The Real Bandits. Queen's Marks of Honor. A lusty round of applause for young 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Francis, The Real Bandits.
Small man. We'll make some fast money, yo. And some here for you, no.
Who's that?
Come
on. No, my friend.
Boy.
No. I don't need that, my friend. I don't need that. I have this.
I go get nowhere, boy. Take this.
What will I do with that, my friend? Go with your toy. Go with your toy.
You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, Maplewood, New Jersey.
No knives No firearms, no tattoos. Bandits now don't need that to disarm you. All they need is to hug and kiss you. Real bandits don't need a gun. Without rage, without telling you don't move. Stick you up with morals and values. Bandits now, they don't need to abuse. Real bandits don't need a gun. They don't need a conscience, they don't need to hear your cry. Just to tie your mouth, they tie it with mama guy. Them say mama guys, they become the latent lie. And when they do what they do, better know that they do it for spite. Don't take them slight. So when your own ministers posing with escorts, using money they get from like sports, that's when you know the ball's in their court. And the bandits don't need a gun. When you see your PM flying all about, and business on she neighbor house, well, that's when you know them bandits come out. And the real bandits don't need a gun. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So what you feel? And it's now living in John. Place like Malika, maybe beat town, but real bandits have gated kingdom. Real bandits don't need a gun. They didn't stop at primary nor secondary. All them boys went to get their degree. So now they're robbing you with their PhD. Real bandits don't need a gun. When they start to rob, trust me, they're not watching face. Their only concern is the betterment of their financial state. It's so sad to see how we accept them quietly. Cause now bandits have a place within our society. So when the oil running low and the resources done, and we heading for recession, is when we know them bandits had fun. And the real bandits don't need a gun. When you see them running and you don't know why, until you see them running from the FBI, that's when you know they say no mama guy. And them real bandits, we don't need a gun. No way, no way, no way, no way. As when you do la la do la la do la la do la la do, yeah. First they sad, they taking anything that come in. House or car or dialysis machine. Them fellas really don't care that mean. First they bad, they making sure they take your tax dollars, then spend millions just to pay their lawyers with no respect for the law or order. So many bandits out here, we don't know who to trust. So many hidden agendas they use to get through to us. So many years of robbery, by now it's getting old. So I say, Peter, oh Peter, please have mercy on their souls. Cause they talk about rape and they talk about horn, but nobody don't talk where the money gone. That's when you know something they gone wrong. And the real bandits don't need a gun. I know they real like envy, they real like greed, but I didn't know them bandits like so much weed. You made the fruit and you plant the seed. Cause the real bandits don't need a gun. No way. No way, no way, no way. I'm singing do la la do la la do la la do la la do, yeah. Bandits now sitting on boards, plundering the land with one accord. All our resources hidden and stored. Real bandits don't need a gun. It's so sad with our lives they play, suffering for people every day. We can't trust a thing they say. Real bandits don't need a gun. You see, gun or no gun, robbing my people is wrong. And all the dishonesty have my nation upside down. Hopefully one day we'll get past our selfish ways and be become that nation of strength. But I'll wait until them days, because they're locking up young youngsters and thugs. But them little boys go bring the guns, sweeping the truth below the rock. And the real bandits don't need a gun. You could park right here, or you could park far, but you can't escape that damn record. $500 they were partner, cause the real bandits don't need a gun. No way, no way, no way, no way.
Elon Francis, the real bandits.
Yes.
And the real bandits don't need a gun.
Of course, it's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM, and we come to here Thursday and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Hear that, Gary? The real bandits don't need a gun, you know. They want to know how all them little boys getting them guns, right? Real bandits, you know. We don't want to talk about some of the real bandits in TNT, but we only want to talk about them little black boy and them. Them is all the bandits.
So them are real enough? Them fellas who pulling gun in your face, they're real enough for you?
No, but listen, I just asking the Calypso what the Calypso said. The Calypso said there are bandits out there that we don't want to address. Them bandits. Them fellas have been bringing in the guns. All the rest are bandits and them, right? Them could do whatever they want because them is bandits with white shirt and tie and.
Well, they should learn something. They should learn something and become like them too.
We always want to go after the lowest hanging fruit, right? Always go look. Finally, maybe we need to take a picture of what they're going to do in Wassa. Maybe it's a great start. They're not starting from the bottom this time. They're starting from the top.
No. I want to know if there's a right way to do a wrong thing.
Yeah, correct
Gary?
is right.
Well,
Gary?
you know, they keep telling me it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Correct is right.
Gary, I really, based on everything you said, I want to know if there's really a right way to do a wrong thing.
Listen to me. It's being done, right? But what I'm saying to you, what is most threatening to you? The man who rob you with the pen or the man who rob you with a gun in your face?
The man
all is wrong. All is wrong. All is wrong.
I am not debating which is wrong or more right than the other. What I'm
man
saying
who bringing in the gun. You have to deal with these things.
The man who bringing in the gun, let me tell you something, right? You
Yes.
like to blame the 1%, but let me tell you something. You better check the guys in the defense force and in the Coast Guard who bringing out the guns and helping it and handing it to their brothers on the street. All right? Check with them first. Because the 1% that's stupid to go and give the guys the gun to come and rob their business. All right? So think about it. If they bring guns, they bring it for themselves. They don't bring it for the guys on the street.
So you okay with them bringing illegal guns for themselves?
I am not okay, but they have to protect themselves. But let me tell you something. If you find yourself in a situation where the government and the police not working with you, they can't defend you, and you could take some steps to protect yourself, you could do it. If you need to make that situation,
Gary, you can't say yes and no at the same time. It's either yes or it's no.
What? Yes or no? What?
Either a thing is right or a thing is wrong.
It's not about right or wrong now. It boils down to survival here now. Because the man on the street doing what he think is right to survive, and some people who can't get the approval of the guns, them doing what they think is right to survive.
Wow.
Okay? It's not a matter of what I think, it's what people doing to survive. They feel that they need to do to survive.
Yeah, but once you justify a wrong thing, what does that say?
Tommy, I'm not justifying. It's the reality of things. The reality of things is the government talking about law and this bill and that law, and they acting like the law. What did they do to secure our borders? Is monster the grand charge and gallivanting the parliament and not deploying the resources, not dealing with the management of our security forces. A little piece of island, 100 by 50 miles, and we can't secure that border. And we know exactly a lot of the routes that these people come in there.
Listen, we clearly see that once we deploy people to secure the border, they go crazy because they don't want to have to work. They go crazy to the point where they kill a child.
No, that's an incident. How often did that happen in Trinidad?
But you have to listen to the psychology. Listen to the psychology of it. They don't want to work. When they finally force them to work, they do something that would even put them in a position where they would not want to work anymore, because they would say, when we do our job.
Oh, there was no justified reason to open the gunfire, number one.
We know this, but it's a culture.
On the street who had no gun.
It's a culture that creates this scenario.
Yeah,
a culture of not wanting to do their jobs. Nobody wants to do, they want to get paid.
It's bad management, and it's a culture.
Yeah, but the attitude of the attitude of the citizen is the attitude that has to change, and then we will see things move up to a better place.
It has to have a manager with a 2x4. I thought Dr. Raleigh would have been that one.
I don't know if
I thought Dr. Raleigh would have walked strong and tall.
He's only one person, just like Kamala was one person, and any other leader is one person.
Let me tell you something. He had the capability and the impact to make certain things happen. I thought he would have dealt with them boys. And most of the time, he quiet. He hasn't done to them.
Yeah, because the leaders are puppets. All they're doing is throwing the line. And let me back off. Let me back off.
I thought Kamala was too soft.
You had to talk the talk.
All the leadership is the same bloody
Kamala
thing.
was too soft, and I thought Dr. Raleigh would have been a tougher guy to deal with.
Yeah, as tough as you think you may be or you want to be, once you get in there, you realize you had to toe the line if you want to keep your position, and that's clearly what it is in every scenario. I mean, Farley and Watson doing what they have to do, but there may come a time when they have to toe the line also, and we have to face reality.
You think Farley and Watson having an easy time?
Listen, if we really want a better situation, it's going to take some radicalized action.
You have to have a strong team. You have to have a good leader, and you have to be focused, and you have to be willing to bring in backup to support the government. The government must listen to I was trying to create that backup support for security in case they threaten you, because I know what they were going up against, but they didn't want to listen. They didn't want to listen to that. I sought the help. Not that I didn't. I'm a guy that go and look for help. I ain't have it. I'm going to look for it. So anyway, they didn't want him to talk. I couldn't even have a discussion, because how the hell you going to war and you are prepared and organized? How are you going to go to war against the criminal elements that we know that had the country under siege? How are we going to do that?
That's why we got one shot, one kill, right?
And there's a lot of invisible hands working.
Tommy, I think you missed a point that Gary just said. Gary said that I'm paraphrasing, it wasn't right with what happened to the kid on the sea by the Coast Guard. And he also said, he changed his mind again, it wasn't right what happened to the kids there in Port of Spain. When previously...
how you mean? Did I ever say it was right for shoot kids that are unarmed?
But let me
did I ever say that? Where did I say that?
But let me finish.
Okay, so don't try to spin it with your PNM party juice there.
But let me
Lord.
Let me finish. When previously you said that you can be an accessory to crime, and if the police murder you, then so be it.
Where you hear me say that? Where you hear me say that?
Gary.
Well, first of all, this situation with the kids in the vehicle, right? What did they pull a gun on the police? Is there any evidence that they pull a gun on the police?
The 3 kids in Mova didn't pull a gun either.
All right, but we don't know 100% on that, right? He said, I'm talking about the most recent thing.
Gary,
is that these
8 people get arrested. 8 police officers get arrested.
All right, I understand that, but what I'm saying, these kids here.
Gary, if you are arrested for something, what does that mean?
Hello, the most recent, but listen, they could win that case, So what I'm telling you, but the most recent
question.
Hello, I'm not dealing with that. What I'm saying is the most recent incident. It is possible that the kids might have tried to evade police, but that was the most serious thing they did. They didn't pull no gun on the police.
Gary.
So the Coast Guard went aggressively and fired a shot at a little pirogue, but they could have clearly seen with the size of vessel they have in the pirogue that they had no gun over there. And it was arrogance. Was arrogance and no justified reason to fire that shot? Or they gave back because they forced him to walk to the gunshot police.
The police in Port of Spain was justified, and the ones in Mova was justified. The ones in 𝗪𝗹𝗹 was justified, right?
Did I say that?
I'm asking. It's a question I'm asking.
Okay, no, I never said that. I would not support the fact that they shoot people innocently.
the kids in Mova, you said, correct me if I'm wrong, that there was a gun and one could have dropped the gun before.
I am saying there could have been. Listen what I'm saying, okay? Listen what I said before. We don't know because we don't have no footage what happened up the street, right? So if it is possible, it happened many times where they had the gun in their possession. You doing a chase, put yourself in the position. You're doing a chase. Somebody pull a gun at you up the street, 2 miles up the road. They drop it, but you don't know they drop it, and you reach up at them and you fire at them. Do you? Who's at fault there? You don't know if they still had the gun, but you know previously they had the gun. They could possibly fire the gun up the street.
You have trained officers following a vehicle. Somebody's gonna toss a gun and it's not just one officer. They wouldn't make an observation of that.
Tommy, it could happen. It could happen. It has happened many times where they either toss the gun in the track or put it away, and then one of their friends in the neighborhood pick it up. They all organize there, you know. Let me tell you, them fellas ain't like we live in other neighborhoods. They organize and they cover for each other. All right? So don't underestimate them. They are not stupid. They are very well organized. So what I'm telling you is, listen carefully. I'm saying, if a situation you want to chase, the gun was pulled on the police higher up, you don't know because we have no footage in that incident. Now, if they said that they saw a gun in the car that particular way, in that location where they shoot the guys, and there was no gun, that is where they get themselves in trouble.
The burden of proof of them having a gun is on the police. The police should have dash cams or other ways to prove that a gun was really...
How many people in the United States got shot because when they pick up their cell phone and the police thought there was a gun? How many people got shot for their cell phone in America here? Lots of people got shot for their cell phone.
You're not supposed to compare things here to Trinidad.
It's a different scenario altogether.
Yeah, but I'm explaining something.
He's confusing his own point, you know. He's confusing his own point.
I am drawing the reference that you could get shot.
Gary, was there any insinuation by the police that there was any cell phone looking like, right? Wasn't there insinuation that there was a gun that was never found?
They saw something that looked like a gun. What about they saw something look like a gun?
What about the tree in Port of Spain? Didn't they say there was a gun?
Which tree? No, because there's so many now. The most recent one with the kids?
Yes.
I didn't hear anything about no gun. Because all we know is that they fired in the back of the car.
There was no gun, but you killed them, and there's no gun.
I didn't support that. I did not support that.
Oh, you're finally not supporting the whole thing now.
No. Don't try to mix me up here. I am telling you, I did not support that.
Okay.
I did not in that particular incident. But what I'm saying to you is, a lot of times, even in Trinidad and Tobago, there were incidents where they drop the gun, they're running through a truck, police chasing them, they threaten the police. These guys have made videos and put in on social media and threatening the police. A lot of things they have done. So you are not dealing with fellas that you and I grew up with, you know. All right? We didn't do them things. From the time we see the police in the uniform, we calm ourselves. The police only had to carry a baton. The police had to carry gun in we days. So we didn't have that different crowd here. So you can't pass judgment from here. You're going there for a week or two until you figure it out.
Nobody passing judgment, Gary. Nobody passing judgment. The only judgment we are passing based on the videos that bystanders take and show you the police murdering the fellas on them.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying to you, in that particular case, what I'm saying to you, take into consideration, in the previous case that happened a couple of years ago with the 8 fellas charged, if the police had said they had seen a gun up the street, was a different thing. But the police said they see a gun, and then they hear they say that they see it in the car, or something look like a gun. There was no gun. All right? That is where they're wrong. That is where they're wrong.
But Gary,
you know, because they were lying.
All them go see a gun from where they was. They was never close to the car.
Listen to me. Like I said, a lot of times people pull cell phone and they get shot.
And a lot of times the police tell lies. You don't want to admit that, right? Do you?
You know what it's like?
I am not saying that the police didn't tell lies.
That's when like PCJs get killed, and that poor fella, poor fella.
Well, wait a minute. Now I want to ask you something. What was the reason for the police? I don't remember the details. What was the reason for the people engaging that fella that they claimed that shot the police? Were they in a shootout with him?
No, they say he was a gangster and he was shooting at them.
All untrue.
They went to get him, and the bullet that one of the police killed PC Jilks with, they say it's the fella bullet.
So wait a minute. Are there any proof that he fired a gun from his end?
There's no proof that he even had a gun with him
free.
at that time.
He's free.
I understand he's free for not killing the officer.
But he didn't have a gun.
Why were they shooting at him in the first place?
Gary is free. He's free.
I understand he's free because they couldn't prove. But did they have any evidence that he shot at them? That's what I want.
Gary is free.
It don't matter if he's free, answer.
It don't matter.
If he shot at them, he wouldn't be free. That's the point Aslam is making.
He's free.
So why they shoot at him?
They went there because they went to execute him, but it wasn't his time.
The wrong person.
They went to execute him, but
so we have to put them under what I'm saying to you in a position now where they have to explain why they shot at him.
Well, Gary.
Oh
boy.
This fella is free.
I understand you saying that.
All the people that was in the car where the 3 guys got killed are free. Everybody.
All right. I want to know why the police pulled their gun to shoot in the first place. That is what I want to know.
Because they went to execute the guy.
And why?
Gary's the judge.
These are some of the questions that has to be asked.
Is there something personal? Is the police mixed up in something personal with him that they try to get rid of him?
Gary?
I don't care about all of that. I don't. The only thing that I know is that the police went after him. The police lied on him and said that he shot the police officer.
Does this young man have a history of being involved in anything?
Let me finish. The ACOP came out and said, right, that that guy, the poor guy, right, what he was told by the officers, and he accused the guy of shooting PC Jilks. And when all came to pass, it was one of the bullets from one of the officers who killed the guy. He should be charged with murder. That police officer should be charged with murder, right? And that poor guy could have been sitting in a cell now if them police officer was able to fabricate the facts and have that poor guy sitting in jail. Poor guy sitting in jail. The guy did absolutely nothing wrong.
So their fellow officer got shot with friendly fire. Basically, what we're saying here. In the shootout, wherever they was firing bullets, they fired.
They killed their own officer.
But the shootout was only a shoot at, not a shootout, because obviously.
But that is what I wanted. This is what I'm saying to you. Them have to prove now in the court. Them have to prove themselves in the court.
I don't care what them have to prove. I don't care now. You know why I don't care? Because the person who they went after to murder, right? Fortunately, God was with him that day. You have to say God was with him. God was with him. And you know the police come to do evil. And he said, all they don't come here to do evil. Right?
All right.
And evil was imposed upon them.
Okay. So what I'm saying to you now, there is no proof of any gunfire coming from his direction.
Nope.
Gary,
right.
Gary, you sometimes really got.
Hello, listen to me.
The person that they say shot the police officer is free.
I understand he's free. You still don't understand. He didn't kill the officer, but doesn't mean that he didn't fire a gun. Now we know
that he didn't fire a gun. If he did fire a gun, he would not be free. That's the point that is being made here. Well, if they could have proven that he fired a gun at them, he would not be free.
Okay. If I fire a gun at a police officer, right? I fire a gun at you, right?
No.
And you go be free.
Now the monkeys on them back to prove why they shoot. They have to prove
something. All right.
But Gary, these police officers are no choir boys. It's been proven over and over that they are bad boys.
Listen to me. I know we have good and bad within the force, all right? I know we are good and bad. So, I mean, we are good and bad in even the ordinary companies that we work out here, we are good and bad. So, but the management of the police force has rotted so much because of poor management for a long period of time. It is difficult to fix. in a short
bad
period
man
of
is that
time.
we not fully guns. Show them it. Press the trigger
Look,
once.
my brothers,
And
yeah.
everything jump out.
Yeah, boy.
Bad man, police, drill them. Bad man, police, drill them. Bad man, police, drill them.
And that's in their psyche.
Everything jump out. One press.
Yeah.
Hey, see us be outside, eh? See us be outside, remember that. As I walk through the valley of the shadow.
Right.
That's my
who they are.
brothers. That's my brothers.
Gary, if that's your brothers, Gary, I don't know.
So Gary,
Yeah.
you telling me that is the image that the police force and not service should be perpetrating in the community?
Well, listen, a little message for the bad boy and them, that's all.
Gary, they're wrong. That is not professional behavior.
All right. So the
That is not
guys who
professional
driving down
behavior.
with gun and showing the police and then making video.
That is not professional behavior on the part of the police. I can tell you that. That is not. I'm playing that kind of music and with a menacing kind of way. We out here. Then you actually want to. You're poking the bear. You're trying to incite them into to pluck them off. That's what it is.
Let me tell you something. You have to incite them young fellas, you know. Them fellas inciting them.
Gary, and what do you mean you don't have to incite them with them fellas?
Gary, you for real, boy? You have to incite them
No,
fellas?
How many videos did you see? Within the week.
I will take that back, Gary, if I was you.
Within the week. How many videos did you see?
You want people to listen to you in Trinidad and Tobago?
We don't want nobody to listen to me. I'm telling you.
Them?
I am telling you that you are inside them young fellas.
I was running far from you, boy. Seriously.
Hello.
If I was the unit, I was running far from you.
Okay.
You want the police to incite them fellas on them. That's what you
said.
No.
I didn't say the police inside them. The police here in this incident was responding.
Am I lying on Gary?
The police.
I think we read this correctly. We are all reading this correctly.
The police here in this video is making this video because of the things that were done by the criminals on the ground. Now anybody have to incite them young fellas did you look at the videos recently? Did you look at any of the videos posted on social media where they're shooting up?
We're talking about professionals here. We're talking about professionalism. We're not talking about foolishness.
I am talking about what the police dealing with on the ground right now. Okay? Did you look at any of the videos? Talk about the videos.
When they go low, the police go lower. Instead of the police do the right thing still.
But what I'm asking you guys here, did you look at any of the videos recently that took place in the country within the last few days?
Wait, you mean they follow these guys into thing, they kill them and I kill one and then they dash him in the back of a trunk. So you find that is the way they treat a human being. Whether he do something or not. Somebody could have been standing up. Huh?
I ain't talking to you. I'm asking you a question. Did you look at any of the recent videos where the guys shoot up the place and shoot up each other in the street? Did you see any of the recent videos? You have to get an understanding.
Where they getting these guns from?
1 minute. Gary, the police was involved in that?
The recent set of shootings where the guys shooting each other.
Yes, Gary. The police was involved in that?
No police involvement there.
Okay, so we talking about police.
So why are you not
talking about police and residents? And you talking about individuals?
No. I am making a point here to understand that what the police dealing with, you guys are not saying anything about it, right?
Like what?
Why are you chastising the police alone? Chastise the criminals too.
But we do chastise the criminals.
We had that same discussion the other night. The same discussion. And I said, if these young men are doing illegal things and they are caught by the police, they should deal with them severely. Let me repeat that. Because every program you're coming with the same thing over and over.
All right, but you seem to be beating up on the police more so than the young men. Let's focus on getting the young men to change their ways.
You're not speaking truth to power. You are saying
let's focus on getting the young men to change their ways.
But you are not speaking truth to power. You are saying we don't address the bandits on them. We don't address them, and we address them very, very specifically.
Yep.
And you can't be saying that because of a new program. They will think that we don't talk about that, but that's not true.
The police.
You're not being truthful.
But you have to understand what the police is dealing with on the ground there. Do you really understand? Do you
Gary,
think you really understand?
Gary, I want you to be truthful in your speech.
Okay, but I am asking you, do you really understand the nature of the things that the police dealing on the ground there?
You understand it better than all of us.
I'm asking you, do you
better than all of
but
us.
maybe I pay a little more attention to it than you do.
No, you understand it better than all of us. We don't
I am not saying so. I am asking you,
we don't
do you
see
really
the videos that
understand?
you just see. You alone just see it.
Well, say something about it.
Anyway,
Gary,
raise
to
more
be
hell
someone
about
who's
it.
to be someone who's experienced, obviously, with national security or some sort of security, you are very irresponsible with some of your statements.
Very irresponsible.
I am telling you that you have to understand the nature of the things that the police dealing with.
You talking about the police inciting them fellas and them?
The police not inciting them. The police not inciting them.
But you just said that.
I did not say that. I said you saying that. I never said the police inciting them.
Wait. What?
I did not say the police inciting them.
They're engaging them with that kind of behavior. Yeah, we out here. Now, if here in America, or the Bronx or wherever, and the police out there, yeah, we out here, come on. Yeah, come on. And every day, young black lives are being taken. You know what that is? You know what I gonna be that's gonna pay us.
Well, over here, majority of the police in black or brown or green, right? So we know how it's gonna transpire here. But what I'm saying to you, in Trinidad and Tobago, the police look just like me and you. So we can't go down that line.
No, but they still have to protect and serve. They still have to protect and serve. They cannot take life into or matters into their hands and become the judge, jury, and executioner. They are to do their jobs as professionals and not be menacing.
It's a different beast we dealing with there on the ground, guys. Them guys, the young people.
Some bad man is that we not fully
regardless of what.
Press the trigger once and everything jump out. Oh yes.
Yeah, boy, everything jump out.
Bad man police, drill them. Bad man police, drill them. Bad man police, drill them. Oh, you are bad man and kill little children. Bad man police, everything jump out. One press. Bad man police, drill them. Bad man police,
hey, see us be outside, eh? See us be outside, remember that.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow.
They patrolling. Let you know they're patrolling.
So that's okay to patrol like that.
No, it's okay. It's telling you to go home and clean your yard with a cocaine broom and stay home with your mother.
Gary,
Run DMC says, and I want to address this. There's a collusion between the EBC and the PNM government. And some is in the NAD. Run, if you could prove that, right, Run, I will donate 100,000 TT to a charity of your choice. Run DMC if you're listening. If you could prove that there's a collusion between the EBC and the PNM government, I will donate 100,000 TT to a charity of your choice. You see, we just want to spew this kind of venom.
No. Show the video what happened.
Fake news.
Show the video.
Can I finish? We want to spew this kind of venom. There has been no facts at all. No facts to prove it. None. Zero. And we want to spew this type of venom. The collusion between the EBC and the PNM government. You telling me, if there have been collusion between the PNM and the EBC, that the UNC would have taken them to court already? Eh? With all the lawyers the UNC have? They wouldn't have taken them to court? Come on now, man. All you have to come on. You have to come better than that. If there's been any collusion between the EBC and the PNM government, they would have been hauled to court long time ago. Not only that, and they would have ended up at the Privy Council, just as how the airport scandal ended up at the Privy Council.
The election thing can't go to the Privy Council. Like the highest is go to the.
What wrong with you? What wrong with you?
No. I think that there was something about.
Gary, any case that goes to the court in Trinidad and Tobago can go to the Privy Council.
I don't think the election one can go all the way. It can go to the high court, but that's it.
If you sue for election fraud, you tell me it can't go to the Privy Council? I could be wrong. Anybody in the chat will know better. Or living in Trinidad. Gary, I want to ask you a question. You believe if there's been collusion in any election between the PNM and the EBC, that they wouldn't have taken that to court and sued him.
Let me ask you something.
No, Gary, answer the question first.
Am I correct that
Gary, you have to answer the question.
Am I correct that 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗵 relative is part of the EBC there?
Gary, I'm not answering any question until you answer the question.
Okay, go ahead. Let me hear the question now.
I want to find out from you if there has been collusion between the EBC and the PNM, if they wouldn't have been sued for election fraud so far.
Well, I know there was something in the courts. I don't know why Mrs. Bisesa didn't proceed. She's at fault for not proceeding. We will have to find out why.
So there is nothing.
A lot of people are angry with her for not proceeding in court.
So, Gary, there's nothing.
Call Marcia. Call Marcia.
I don't call Marcia. I don't
call Marcia. She has more information than me.
There has been nothing before the court.
Call Marcia. Call Marcia.
Who talking about it? I'm asking you a straightforward question. Has there been anything before the court with any lawsuit against the EBC and the PNM government?
I don't have the information here. I was told that they didn't continue with it, so a lot of people are upset about it. A lot of people came. In fact, there was Dr. 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 came in here, and he was upset that they didn't proceed. Dr. 𝗪𝗶𝗃 was here, and he was upset they didn't proceed. Are you upset with him for that?
Okay.
Because what happens is that you do an analysis and you decide whether you have a leg to stand on. They didn't feel they have a leg to stand on, so they wouldn't go any further with it.
Talk about 69 votes or some kind of thing that he was here the last time.
You see, look,
we just want to see these kind of things and hope it sticks.
Ron MC, be very careful. You see these kind of statements you be making? If I take you on, you're not going to like it. You see what you go on here now? Talking about criminality has nothing to do with inside. These criminals don't need motivation. They're genetically modified to follow their foreparents. Ron MC, be very careful. I'll take you on. And you ain't gonna want me tell you how you are genetically modified. Don't go there. Don't go there. We'll not tolerate that.
So Eugene Julian says, Gary, call the names of the people you hear these things from. He called one. He called Marcia Braveboy. Right? So if you call Marcia Braveboy,
Dr. 𝗪𝗶𝗃 was right here.
If you call Dr. 𝗪𝗶𝗃, so that means to say they're higher than the courts, right? If they have all this information, why don't they take it to the police? Why don't they take it to the police and let the police bring charges?
But Dr. 𝗪𝗏 and Marcia said that Dr. 𝗪𝗏 had more.
Gary, I don't care what they say. You can say what you want, Gary. I can say they're going to put man on the sun.
Hello. Dr. 𝗪𝗏 have no power to take it to court. Dr. 𝗪𝗏 was here. He said what he personally witnessed.
Gary, they're going to put a man on the sun.
Hello. Who said it? Me or Dr. 𝗪𝗏? Dr. 𝗪𝗏 said it. I heard from a lot of people like Dr. 𝗪𝗏. It is Mrs. Bisesa's fault for not proceeding.
Gary, I could say the UNC thieved the election in 2010-2015.
Okay. They did a good job.
But why would that be true? Because they won the bloody election.
Right, yeah. Well,
they won it by a landslide. They thieved it by a landslide.
No, Gary, the way they won the thief it.
They thieved it by a landslide.
So Gary, somebody tell me that, Gary. A reliable person told me that.
They thieved it by a landslide.
No, a reliable person told me that, Gary.
Good.
So who you believe now? You believe Mr. Real and Mafia Baseball, or you believe the reliable person who tell me?
So Dr. 𝗪𝗏 was a personal witness to it. He had talking what he had.
Tell me was a personal witness.
Dr. 𝗪𝗏 said so.
The person who told me was a personal witness.
Okay. Well, like I say, yes, I agree. They stole the election by a landslide. 29 seats.
Okay.
You know, sometimes I see you just have to ignore some of these people in the chat, because this one here with this red, white, and black hand, boy, Ron, I have been in the village in a while, you know.
They know to push out somebody.
Ron, you want to know what?
Dana. Sometimes you have to leave well alone. Seriously. It's not everything you have to comment on.
Yeah, you're talking about genetically modified.
I mean,
Maybe he's a scientist. I don't know. Maybe he will have to.
UNCNP and is the top.
Well, when Khadija Amin was here, or who was here, and she said that when you go in the classroom, you see a whole set of Douglas children. I don't talk.
Maybe they are GMO children. I don't know. Hailey says. Okay.
What? No, what that had to do with what we're discussing here right now, anyway.
Let me see something. Is 8:40 Anderson was supposed to?
Anderson, I don't like this thing how you keep on dodging me.
No, he ain't dodging me. Let me call him. I know what is going on. They were supposed to come in for 8. So go ahead, guys. I'm trying to see if I get Anderson on the phone.
Anderson, is Munila still here, Lion?
Anderson, I'm coming in. Anderson working for Pep now. He gone.
Anderson, I'm waiting for the people to come on, man.
Diana, say something.
No.
Who's that?
But they're not on. I'm looking for them.
But did you send them the chat? Did you send them the link?
Did they come in at all?
I think I saw somebody earlier, did I?
No,
or
they're
maybe it
supposed
was
to be
another.
logging into the program now. I'm waiting for them.
I don't know. I don't have his contact information anymore.
No, they're not in the program. I'm looking at it right here. They're not in the program. You got to log on to the link. That link that I sent you, the StreamYard link. You have to tell them not the YouTube link, the StreamYard link. Not the YouTube link I sent you. Is a StreamYard link. Let me send it to you again right now. Okay?
StreamYard, yeah.
No. Hold on, folks. I'm trying to get this young man here from the Beatum.
Yeah. Today I heavy down. I've seen a mini hurricane today, boy.
But answer, here is that. I see your party highlighting him, but like they do anything to help him at all, or what?
Who's that?
I see your party post him up on the page, the youth man.
Who's that? Post up who?
The youth man who did go in the beat there now. But
well,
I just want to know. I want to know if they did anything to help him. Because I see Zari talking about supplying him with books and all kind of things, so I don't know.
Who's that?
Zari was talking about he will continue to support him with books and supplies if they need. So I don't know. I don't know. I want to know what role your party played to assist them
Is it your party or the government? Is it the government or the party? Who it is? Who doing what?
Right, and it ain't only that child alone need help. All 41 constituencies need help. So you see the party thing. Stop it now.
Hello. I am seeing
Dr. Rowley.
But I want to know what role did they play to assist this child, because the children are suffering for help.
Well, they need to help all the children in all constituencies.
Yes, I understand that, Diana. But the point is, the young man there, I want to know how much help they give him.
Yeah, you know what y'all gonna do until you're doing Trinidad? Y'all gonna draw a 35th parallel line, and one set of people gonna live one side, and the next set of people gonna live the other side, and that's how the country gonna be.
Never happened in Trinidad.
Along this
never
line.
happened in Trinidad. That never happened.
But the rhetoric y'all be spewing.
But what rhetoric? I'm making a point here. What help did they give this young man? It's like you're going to win a gold medal and everybody said to jump around you. But what help you being in the government give him to advance himself?
Is it Andrea Gordon that coming on? Good night. I never see.
Huh? Yes, that's her.
But you have to click on the StreamYard link, not the program link, Andrea. The one that says StreamYard.
I just sent it for Anderson again.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to figure out is who's providing help for this young man, the government or a particular political party. What's going on?
Did the government do anything to help him at all? At all?
Listen. The government
has water not too long.
Gary, to be honest with you, so every person that passed the Beatum on everybody that passed to St. Mary's or Fatima or Chaos and the Beatum, the government should help them, right?
So the government should help everybody. I want to know if the government, the young man did well. I want to know what did they do to help him succeed.
But Gary, there is no requirement. If the government or the MP wants to go out and help them, they can do it. But there is no requirement, whichever party in power, none, no requirement for them to go and help.
The government at the day is not required to help these young people to succeed.
That
to
guy
put the resources in place for the school children.
Gary, to put resources, yes. To put resources, yes. But however,
that's what I'm talking about.
But no. You said if the government is helping this young man.
I want to know. Yes, that's what I want to know. What did they do to help him?
What makes it special?
Did they put him and all the other children answer him? That is the point. What is the government? You don't seem to understand. What is the government or has the government done to help those kids in the area there to advance themselves? That's what I want to know. Are they helping them with the books because they are disadvantaged people catching the tail? Did we make an extra effort to help them?
Gary, this is it, right? This is the thing. If the government decides that this young man had a great achievement coming out of 𝗵𝗹𝗃 and wants to help him, they should by all means help him. Right? They should by all means help him.
Made the great achievement. This is what I'm talking about. I am talking about putting things in place to help the children. What was put in place before he even dreamed to accomplish what he did?
I think the mother is now logging in.
All right, let's cool it there.
We saw her. So let me see. I don't know if we can see her picture, but here she is. Hi, Andrea.
Good night.
Good night. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Hi, good night.
Good night. Are you hearing us?
Good night, Andrea.
Yes, I'm hearing you very well.
Yeah, wonderful. How are you doing?
Good night. Yes, good night. I'm hearing you all. You're hearing me?
Yes,
we're hearing you. Yeah, we're hearing you. Good night and welcome, Andrea.
I was on since 8 o'clock, but Pincy just sent me this other link. I didn't have this link.
Right.
Good night. Thank you very much. Who am I speaking to?
Right. This is there's 4 of us here. I am Ansel. I'm the one that contacted you. Right. There's also Gary, Tommy, and
yes. Okay. Good night again, Ansel.
Right. So our program is in the village with the DAG.
Okay. Good night to every one of you.
Right. Good
night, Andrea.
G's Gary and T's Tommy. So we felt that your son.
Good night.
Right. Your son had a great achievement coming out of 𝗵𝗹𝗃 and passing for St. Mary's.
Yes, he did.
And we felt that we needed to highlight this positivity that's coming out of the 𝗵𝗹𝗃. You know, so is your son there? Is he there?
Yes.
Is Micah there?
Yes, he's right here.
So let me say
good night.
How are you doing?
Good night, Micah, and congratulations.
Good night.
How are you doing?
Thank you. Good.
So Micah, we want to ask you, right?
You hearing him?
Yeah, we hearing him.
Yeah.
Is he hearing us?
It's 𝗪𝗶𝗽𝗏, Gary. Not to cut across you, but it's 𝗪𝗶𝗽𝗏. Yes, we are hearing you, but it's 𝗪𝗶𝗽𝗏, not Micah. 𝗪𝗶𝗽𝗏.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay, 𝗪𝗶𝗽𝗏. Let's get that correct. 𝗪𝗶𝗽𝗏. So first of all, Andrea, what did you feel when you hear that your son passed for St. Mary's?
I was actually, my daughter was the first person that got. She stayed up after 12 the night because we got it on the link on my
email.
Oh Lord.
Email?
On my no, on my Google account. Yes, they send to each parent. Yes, they sent it direct to us on email. Yes,
right.
Like about 12:30 that morning, and she was screaming and shouted, "Mommy, 𝗪𝗏𝗃 got CIC!" And I think Gary, the tears started to come to my eyes immediately. I came outside. He wasn't asleep because he was nervous. He couldn't sleep. And I called him and I told him to come. And when he came, I hugged him up and I said, you did it. You got CIC. And he just hugged me and he started to cry. And it was just emotional. It was really emotional. It was just a great feeling.
So tell us the amount of work that had to go in to him in order for him to make this achievement, because he has to do a lot of work.
Yes. Yes, he did. I had him in from the time, well, with the whole COVID situation, they were home. He was out of school, Gary, from since standard 3. He only went back into school physically 2 months exact before his exam in standard 5. And for that 2 months, for 6 months actually, I had him in lessons with his teacher, private lessons. He would go every Saturday from 9 in the morning till 1:30 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Every Saturday. Then the last year, and it was kind of tiring for him. He was really tired. He used to say, "Mommy, you're tired." And I used to tell him, I said, "Don't worry, it will pay off. Your hard work will pay off." And he stuck with it. He was an excellent student, never give his teacher any problems. No matter the amount of work, I go into work and he would be online on his Zoom class whole day. And he would not come off. When he did come off, he would come off and say, he would message me when someone woke, "Mommy, on my lunch. I logging back in just now." I had no problems with him, whether it was online or physical school. He stayed a good student. Excellent.
Andrea,
I had no problem with him.
Andrea, this is Tommy. I realize this is his second time around taking the SCA. The first time, did he?
Tommy.
Hello. Did he pass the first time also?
No. This is the second time. Yeah, this is his first time sitting his exam. He never sit before.
Oh, okay. I thought he had taken it before.
He never did it before. This is his only time sitting the exam.
Okay.
No, this is his only time. Yes. This is his only time sitting it. So that's why I'm extremely proud, because he never went into this before, and especially with the COVID and the whole online school. So I know it was even more difficult for him this time. He's saying that he never did it. He didn't know what he was going in to expect.
Well, guess what? I want to congratulate him.
So this is his first time.
So let's talk to him for a little bit. I know they say he's very shy. He's a very shy young man, right?
Yes, he is. But he will answer any questions you ask.
So just let him. I like him to tell us. How did he feel when he got the news that? Now, how many choices did you put for him? How many choices?
4 choices, and CIC was his second choice.
What was his first choice?
His first choice was QRC.
Okay, good. Right. So he got his second choice. So that's good. That's excellent.
So second choice. Yes.
Tell us, right?
Yes.
Tell us about his experience through this journey. Tell us just his experience through this journey. Him having to go to school on Saturdays and take these classes. What was it like for him? We want to hear it through him.
Okay, okay. Good night.
Good night. How are you doing?
How are you doing, Makai?
Good. I'm good.
So just tell us
how you felt.
How you felt, what you experienced. In your own words.
Well, at first, I started taking the lessons. I didn't want to go, to be honest. But eventually, I started to really like going there. And I started to put in more work. And I eventually got my reward.
You see, what you just said there, that's very important. And that you said at first, you didn't want to go, but then you decided that you were going to go and you put in the hard work. And I want you to do the same thing, the same exact thing from the first day of school you start at St. Mary's. I want you to tell yourself, listen, I'm here for a specific purpose, and I'm going to put in all the hard work that I need to put in. Right? So
I will.
what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? Have you decided yet?
Let me try. Say honestly, no. Honestly, no.
Okay, that's an honest answer. That's okay. That's okay. You have a long time in order to make these choices. But Andre, I want to say to you, and
Hi.
I speak to your father too as well, that you guys have done a fantastic job with him. And the job is even harder now, because he's going to one of the top prestige schools in
Yes.
Trinidad. And he's coming out of a place
Yeah.
where that
Yes, it
these
is.
folks are not going to succeed. So we are going to prove to them
Yeah.
that
They
come
look
out of these backgrounds.
at where we live. Yes, they
Yes.
look at.
I grew up in 𝗪𝗹𝗃𝗏𝗃. I'm from 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗃. You see, I come out of 𝗪𝗪𝗃𝗏𝗃 building one apartment 2-1. You see, and I want him to be very successful, and I want him to know that don't let anybody make any decisions for him. Make sure he can make decisions himself. Well, so far you guys have done a really splendiferous job as far as I can see. And I know he's very shy. So but I want him to understand that there are people out there who are willing to help them, right? And I'm sure, Andre, have you got a lot of things from other people who are trying to help you, like with school books and so on for him? Okay, they got kicked out.
He lost her.
Yeah,
But she is to be commended as much as he is, because I cannot help but think about my own situation when I took common entrance. I think I had to commend my mother, because she worked as hard as I did to make sure that I stayed focused, and I'm sure she did the same for her son. So she has to be commended for his successes also.
And Tommy, you are right, because my mother, I came from a single parent household too. It was just my mother, and she was busy working, and she just gave us the foundation, and we had to go in there and implement it. And I ended up going to Tranquility Government Secondary. It was one of the top schools, but it was a good school for me, at that point in time. And I was happy, in order to go to that school. So hopefully we can get them back. And I don't know, maybe a battery died or something, or the internet just kicked them out.
Yeah.
But let me go back to the chat.
Also, you could let them know that down the road that you could help him with getting into a university and all that kind of stuff,
Oh, yeah. I mean, all of that, I have a number, and I will call her privately and talk with her, because these kind of kids that, we can mentor and try to guide them, and inspire them for a better tomorrow.
Of course.
One the other kid, well, make him an example. Well, it's something, that you can do it. And I know a lot of kids was not fortunate to get the devices. I think that kind of put them in a bad situation. So the resources kind of caused some kids, to really not do so well. But
right.
This is
what. Tommy, let's go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. You come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this short.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM. You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
come around with more than 1 or 2 votes.
You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM.
TNT, we need a new hope.
If you can look as far as I see, within this great land we call TNT, there's birds and bees, rivers and seas, pretty woman bringing man to their knees. Treasures of this blessed land we always neglect like ISO and PAN. I find it so strange the way we arrange. Still this nation don't know how to change. To some change might just mean a new cow. Could mean less than $1. To most change have this nice scent we usually get from the government. You see, change is something we always say, but every time we change, things remain the same way. Things keep getting worse and worse, so this is what I propose. Let's change the change for a better nation. Change the change for all foundations. Change the change so that we can say that this nation here came from quite down there. I say change the change within the school systems. Stop changing ministers and change what we teach them. But things won't change despite all we do. If change doesn't start with you. Yeah. It's murders, killings galore. So much gunmen fighting needless war. Can't tell you stay, can't tell you go, cause this still the land we used to know. Homeless, every corner you meet, and they complimented by our dirty streets. And we wonder why in our sister isle, why they don't like Trinis to come and spend time. Well, you see, it's much more than paving a whole road, and it's greater than fixing a lamp pole. Changes about the whole nation and how we are portrayed when the party done. Who set these standards in my TNT? Really wish somebody here could tell me. It's just the same thing again and again, like we leaders don't use it. So change the change within our country. Change the change so the whole world could see. Change the change for better future, so we don't have to depend on our next day. I say change the change within the society. Otherwise we have abandoned factory. But things won't change despite all we do. If change doesn't start with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In our youth, we leave all the way. In most leaders, we done a lost faith. They're full of such greed. Oh, Father, I plead, please, Lord, have some mercy on the seas. Cause the youth are trying their best, but they're born in this place of lies and commerce. So eventually, when things get heavy, chances are they might turn out just like we. But you see, but put an end to all this foolishness, but break this chain link of sadness. Change could help our leaders to grow and start preparing youths for tomorrow. Don't see change as something timely and start seeing change as your duty. To stop them from hurting one day is we have to point the way. So change the change for better transparency. Change for better economy. Change so no man one day will take we money and just fly away. I say for young Calypsonians and stop saying culture is in good hands. But things won't change despite all we do. The change doesn't start with you. Yeah. For those who don't know how to arrange or what I might mean by change, it means restructure what is regular so that we can have a different culture. From Kaiso, they get solutions, but still they treat us like the stupid ones. They neglecting we repeatedly, constantly insulting our country. But if we change, we'll understand to value each other, and change would mean there's a better future. I hope one day our leaders know through culture and media is how people grow. While they're fighting politically, wasting the nation's time and money, they're paying people for advisory, but like my own, it is for free. So change for the struggling pan man. Change for that old Caisonian. Change for the elderly, so grandma and grandpa could die happy. I said change for all opposition, so next time they'll approve legislation. But things won't change despite all we do. If change doesn't start with you, yeah.
Not hearing you, answer.
The mic is muted. Aslam, we're not hearing you. The mic is muted.
Okay.
Anyway, why he's trying? You hear him now?
No, I'm not hearing him.
Yeah. So while
Is
he's
he...
trying to sort this out, Tommy.
Yes.
This family has a tough battle. It is more tougher for them based on their resources and location. To keep things focused. You want to answer? Go ahead.
Yeah, he's back. Aslam's back.
Yeah. The mic just dropped just like that.
All right. At least you picked it up.
Huh?
I said you finally picked it up, so that's good. Now? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. It's dropping on now. Let me call back Anderson. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, you have that the support is a little more necessary here, in giving them all the help possible, because it is difficult for them, and we have to be mindful of these things. And you want to highlight him and promote him as much as a tool to encourage the young children and tell them they can too, can make it if they really work for it.
Right.
So there's, you don't want to bury him in a corner, but you also want to make sure that, you do everything to assist him.
You know, I read an article of a underprivileged child, or should I say, from one of the other underprivileged areas, passing for St. Mary's also. And in that article, they said the child took the exam once and took it twice. And the first time, the child purposely decided that they were going to do it over a second time in order to get a better score. So I thought this was the person we were talking to. Obviously, this wasn't the person.
We have somebody else here now.
We're not hearing you,
Somebody else
Anselm.
is there. Somebody else is there on the
Yeah, but Anselm, we're
Hi.
not here. Hello, how are you?
Hi, it's Andrea again. I got cut off.
Okay,
Okay, Andrea,
okay.
we hearing you now. Answer me hearing her.
Anselm, we're
Answer,
not
are
hearing
you hearing her?
Anselm.
You all
No,
hear me?
Andrea,
we are
anyway, we're
hearing
waiting
you.
for Ansem to join. So I was just saying that that we understand the difficulty and how tough it was for you, and would like to see you get all the support possible, to keep
Yeah.
your son to succeed, and we want him to be an example for the other kids to show them, well, in the community that they can make it, they can do it, and to focus on doing the right things.
Definitely. Yes.
So
Yes, definitely.
I shared the article when I saw it, and I was very proud to see that, and I know it's not easy, and thinking about the difficulty during the COVID to get a device to make sure you have internet. I mean, I know it was very tough for a lot of people, and
Yes.
you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Um I think you all that article you're talking about, that was not my son.
Oh no, there was one article about the kid passed to CIC or something like that. So I
Yeah,
don't know
that
if that
was
was it. That
that
wasn't your
wasn't
son.
my son. No, that
Okay,
wasn't
okay.
my son.
No, but
Yeah.
just tell us about your story. Because a lot of people went through a lot of difficulties, and we want these things to be
Yes.
known.
Yes. Yes. Well,
For you to get internet, to make sure he had the device, the
yes,
difficulties they
well,
went through.
he did have his device. I must say he did. I had his device for him because since the COVID, I got his laptop. He had a laptop, so he was with his device. He had the internet and the device and everything. He had my full support as a parent, as a mother. He had my full support from work, home, staying with him up in the night, going
Right.
through his work, making sure he does everything for the next day. Some days, honestly, I would have to go to work and he would be home. His sister would be right out the road, but he would be home here inside by himself, and he would stay online and do what he's supposed to do every single day without question.
That's why I was saying, Andrea, you have to be commended for this success because I was remembering my own mother when I took common interest, that how hard she worked to make sure that I did my work and was able
Yeah.
to pass common entrance. So
Yes.
the success is as much yours as it is his.
Yes,
So
it
I
is. Thank you.
congratulate you.
Thank you very much.
You're
I try
welcome.
to support my kids and this is my second time around where feeling very proud as a parent is because my daughter same BTM and she got her first choice Bishop's Honesty
Right.
and yeah, so I this is the second time for me feeling so, and I tell them, do not be ashamed of where you all live. Where you live doesn't define who you are. It does not.
By any chance, do you happen to know the other family who they highlighted in the newspaper? Their son.
They live, I don't know them personally, but they live higher up. They live phase 4. We live phase 3.
Right, because
Okay, so
that boy it was a second time
That
around,
was his
and
second time around, yes.
he purposely did that, not go on the first go because he wanted to get the best choice,
Yes.
and he was confident that he was going to
Yes,
do it,
he
and he
was
did do it.
confident, definitely. I saw it in the papers as well. I did. That's how I knew about it. I read it and I was so happy. And because a lot of people think that because we live in Bitam, we are everybody that lives in the Bitam is bad people and we just don't care. But there are a lot of good people that come out of these areas, but they only highlight the bad and they don't highlight the good.
Well, I wouldn't be intimidated by that. I would stay focused, and
No,
we
definitely.
don't want the bad people to cause you any problems.
Yes.
we are. I mean, jealousy does go a long way, but
Yes, it does. Yes, it
all
does.
right. So we want to make sure your son is not hurt or any one of your kids are hurt and they are safe.
Yes. Yes.
We want you to stay in touch with us because we kind of do everything we can, and Sam will talk to you personally about some more stuff.
Yes. Yes.
But as we make connection, we like you guys to stay in touch with us because we will do everything to help from our end. To make sure your children succeed.
Thank you. And this is a wonderful thing that you guys are doing, I must say, because I mean, not many people reach out to people in these areas, and this is really nice of you guys to be highlighting, even just by having this little interview. This is a really, really big thing, and it's very, very nice.
Well, the thing about it is, I see it as if we invest in the children and keep them on the right track, we won't have the problem we're dealing with. It's a lot, so that is why.
Yes, that is so true. That is so true, because children like my son and the little boy from Phase 4, they can be inspiration for the others that coming up to know that they can do well as the same thing and sometimes even better.
Yeah, so we want kids to join their gang instead of the other gang.
Instead of the other gang, definitely.
So that is what we want them to be promoted as much as possible. Ansel, you getting through there?
We can hear you, Anselm. Come on in.
Okay, all right. I figured it out though. I figured it out. Go ahead, guys.
Yes.
You guys did a great
Yeah,
job.
so we really enjoyed having Andrea back, and we expressed to her that we are supportive and we would do all we can to support her effort and support her son in his endeavors. We would also like to make contact with the other young man, as you said, from Phase 4, because his story is also very heartwarming.
But Andrea, being that this is a momentous occasion, have the MP or the council for the area reached out to you guys?
No, nobody reached out to us. No.
No. Wait a minute, Andrea. Andrea, you're telling me the council or the MP just sent a little congratulatory note?
No, nothing. Actually,
I didn't congratulations.
No, nobody. When I was told that you all wanted to do the interview, I was so shocked because nobody. I mean, everybody in the area really sent out congratulations to us, but like those heads, no, we never got any. Nothing.
I'm thinking, guys, maybe we could set up a resource center in the area there. To help the kids, because we already see that nothing is going to be done, nothing is going to get done. And, I am more interested in getting the children refocused. I always talk about getting them into constructive things. We have shared these ideas with the government. We don't see the government showing any interest.
Yeah.
So I am saying, our listening audience could, the door is open to join us on board to help share these kids and provide the necessary resources for them to succeed, and we want to make sure, things are safe for them there too.
That is a great idea.
So, let the people down there know that there are people out here who are interested in them succeeding.
I definitely.
We are not against them. We are just against the guys who tearing up the neighborhood.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they are a threat to you too,
To everybody, to everyone.
Yeah. So we want to get the kids in the right direction so that they don't choose the wrong way. And and these are the things.
Everything we do is a choice.
Yeah. So I mean, all of us came from poor background, but some of us just made the right choice. So we didn't go the other way.
Definitely. Yeah.
So Andrea, what does your son want to say for himself? Just tell him, give us a few words. We know he's
very shy, but he will say. Yeah. Hold on.
Just tell him, give us a few words.
Yes. Okay.
Because he's the person who had to go into the class and take the test and everything else.
They want to know what is some words, Kylie. Just say how you feel.
Just say how you feel.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Good night again, Kyrie.
Just tell us how you feel. We want to know how you feel because this is a momentous occasion for you and your family. And we just want you to tell us, you know, what do you feel like? Are you looking forward? You know, tell us what you feel. Just tell us.
I feel pretty amazing
Yes.
and excited to see how secondary school is. And I want to meet new friends along the way too.
Okay. Okay. So you did a lot of studying, right? You did a lot of studies.
Yeah.
And we want to tell you should be very proud of yourself, right? But just know that the journey now starts, right? So when you get to St. Mary's, you have to make sure and make yourself proud, as well as your mother and your father. You gonna do that?
I will.
And we will be following up too. And Anselm is a runner, so in order how he does win the race, he does watch the finish line, you know, and he does watch where that finish line is and decide how hard he wants to go there. So so that's when we want to keep you focused. Don't let nobody sidetrack you. Any issues and anybody make you uncomfortable, we want to know about it. We will step in and try to help you.
Yeah. I mean, Andrea, put your mother back on the phone.
Hi.
Andrea, we
Yes.
we are so proud of you and his father in order for the things that you guys have done, you know. And we want you to guys to continue. You know, they always say they always want to say good things don't come out of 𝗏𝗶𝗃 and 𝗪𝗏𝗃. You know,
No, but they do good things do come out of
plenty good things. And
Yeah.
you see, when the good things come out, we need to highlight these good things because there's only want to highlight the bad things.
Only the bad things, definitely.
Yeah,
only that's what I said just now. Only the bad things be highlighted, not the good.
Yeah,
And they need to stop that. They need to stop because not only 𝗏𝗏𝗃, it have all right now the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. There's no area exempted from bad things.
You know something? Hold on a minute, right? I want to try something here. Hold on a minute. Just a minute. I want to try something here for the first time. Hold on a minute, guys. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I want to try something. I'm gonna try something. I'm trying something here. Hold on. I'm calling the counselor for the 𝗏𝗏𝗃 on air. Hold on. Okay.
Well, it's after 9, so we can have to excuse him, Anselm. You know that is.
No, man. The man is a counselor.
Yeah, well.
Counselor
still.
says only look after. We're gonna call Fitzgerald. Hold on a minute.
Oh, good.
Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. We taking the responsibilities.
Okay.
We ain't saying you answer, but we calling. So we calling the MP for 𝗪𝗏𝗃, Fitzgerald.
Call the Minister of Education after that.
So we just taking our chance. Maybe he might see a number and decide that what, let me wake up from my sleep and pick up the phone. All right, no answer. Let me call you Nyan Gasby Dolly.
Yeah, call she up.
Hold on. Here we go. Calling the Minister of Education.
Hopefully somebody's gonna pick up.
Who else representing 𝗪𝗏𝗃? That's Akil Odin.
Yeah, Akil. They call Akil, right?
Yeah, I call Akil. I call Fitzgerald.
All right, well, let's leave it for night. So anyway, we just want to, kind of encourage and support them and do everything. Let them know that you will talk to her off here, what you can do to help her.
Right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm also gonna call the councillor Akilo then, and I'm gonna tell him I think it's important that somehow he at least reach out to you guys and just have a discussion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just reach out and say, I heard that your son did a fantastic job.
Yes.
And I'm not promising anything, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Because he's in my constituency.
Nice.
I just have a question. How far did you have to take your son to get the lessons from where you live?
From 𝗪𝗶𝗹𝗃, we used to pay a driver to drop him 𝗪𝗁𝗃 every morning and pick him back up.
𝗪𝗁𝗃?
Yeah.
Wow.
You see what I'm talking about, bringing resources.
Wow, 𝗪𝗁𝗃.
Yeah.
See that? That's a big sacrifice.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah. 𝗪𝗁𝗃 every.
𝗪𝗁𝗃?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, up inside of 𝗪𝗁𝗃.
You see, sometimes you gotta make big sacrifices. You see, people don't know these sacrifices that you make and his father make in order to so there's only thing that they're doing this and they want to do this and they want to do that, right? You see, but tell them the sacrifice what they make every Saturday.
Every Saturday
pay a car to take him to
driver to take him to 𝗪𝗁𝗃 and back at 1:30 every Saturday afternoon.
Look at that.
That's amazing. But I was just thinking maybe if David Mohammed would put these things in place right there, it would be available so closely.
You know what? That's a good idea, Tommy. I will talk to David Mohammed. I will talk to him.
Yeah.
Because it's
David.
kind of important. You see, that's why I told you guys the 𝗪𝗹𝗃 to Worship Empowerment Center on Duncan Street would have had a significant impact on our community. Significant impact. We'd have SAT classes, SEA classes, ACT classes, free.
But is there anybody that could collaborate with you that will work in the 𝗪𝗹𝗃 there?
Oh yeah, of course.
You see, what I'm saying to you, we have to break up things so the 𝗪𝗃 should have its own resource within the range, and the other side of 𝗪𝗹𝗃 should have their own resource there. So that you have things right at the disposal of the kids. It don't become a hassle, because it takes all just to make the trip alone, much less to go and take the class. Because the lack of time you have to beat the traffic and get up and get yourself ready and
I want to ask Andrea a question. How do you spell Mikael's first name?
His first name?
How you spell it?
Okay, let him spell it for you. Yeah, he'll say that.
My first name this is how you spell it. 𝗪𝗃𝗃. 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Mikhail. Okay. 𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. That's it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on, let me write that.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Is this the young man that the future Prime Minister of Trinidad we talking to?
Oh yeah, that's the future Prime Minister we're talking to.
Oh, okay. Now you answer, let me know. They're talking about the young boy. Is this the young brilliant, the next scientist to invent something, the next prime minister, the next diplomat, the next lawyer? You can be anything. My name is Miss Diana. You can be anything you want to be. Anything. You see the brains you have, and don't get distracted, by people who are going nowhere. You stick to the plan that Jehovah put in place for you. He moved knobs on his draft board, and that is where you are supposed to go. You go and you do what you're supposed to do, and don't let bad company make you stray and go. I feel like going to school today. I go in and line with the fellas. Don't do that. Stay in school. Education is your way out and up. You hear me, young man? Out and up. Okay?
Can we safely call him Dr. Mikhail?
Thank you, Miss Diana.
You're welcome. Up, out, and up. And when I come to Trinidad, I'm gonna come visit with you. Yeah, because they put all kind of thing on the beat and No. You're gonna be something grand one day. Start pounding in his head from now. And if you see your friends going astray, say, boy, come and go to school now. Girl, don't do that. You know, come and go to school. Yeah, you may not be, interested in the sciences, but at least get your English and your arithmetic, and you can go from there. Education is the way out. It is the way out and up. Stick to your books. Learn something. Learn something.
Dr. Mikhail. Dr. Mikhail, right?
That's right. Call him that. Start pounding it in the head from now. Yep.
Yeah, Mikhail is a very interesting name. Very, very interesting. Mikhail.
Yeah.
That's a very unique name. Very, very unique. So
Thank you.
Andrea and Mikhail, I want to say that,
Yes.
Andrea, you have done, you and the father, I'm saying that because I spoke to the father too. You guys have done a tremendous job with this young man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
The work has just begun, though.
Yes, I know that. It's
Not
just
a
begun.
tremendous, a splendiferous, fantabulous, marvelous job.
Yeah, Mikhail, I have to send these words for you. These words that is used. I want you to start using these words in your vocabulary. They are all in your dictionary. And I want you to start, when you're going to St. Mary's and somebody asks, how you doing today, Mikhail? Tell them I'm having a splendiferous day today.
Yeah.
Mikhail, what's going on? I'm fantabulous.
Yeah.
Mikhail, I am tremendous. So, Mikhail, you have a journey. Eh? These words, you're going to be using when you're at St. Mary's. You're going to become the fantabulous young man at St. Mary's.
Yeah.
I will make you into that.
Thank you.
I will make you into that. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're sending the book, The Power of Thinking Big?
Oh, yeah. Dana. Andrea.
Hi.
When you get a chance, you got to send me an email. I want to send two things to Mikhail. The Power of Positive Thinking and The Magic of Thinking Big. 2 books.
Okay.
I'll send it for him online.
Yes.
And I want him to read those things. Those are 2 books he has to read. And when school starts back?
And that's the thing. His first day of school is going to be his 12th birthday. His first day.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
What day is
5th of September.
Okay. So Mikhail,
what day is that?
The 5th of September.
5th of September.
So Mikhail, the goal is that by the time you start school, you should have finished read these 2 books that I'm going to send for you. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I'm going to check up on you, I'm going to keep full check on you. Right?
Yeah. Yes, that will be good.
Yeah, because
always keep them in line.
Right, because I am if you have to come into my class, it ain't gonna be easy in my class,
Yeah.
So
it's a little bit of pressure, not too much pressure, but we have the whole world, we have the whole world looking at him for great results. So he's born for, and he was born for a great destiny.
And I'm proud of you. But everything else going on around you, I am proud of you. I know you, but I am very proud of you.
Thank you.
Here's what I want you to do every single day that you when you brush your teeth, do you look into the mirror?
Yes.
As you look into the mirror and you brush your teeth every morning, just look at yourself in the eyes and say, I was born for a great destiny.
There we go.
I will.
I was born for a great destiny. I was born for a great destiny.
I was born for a great destiny.
Yeah, man.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Look.
Anytime you're brushing your teeth, just think that and make sure you say it.
Yeah. And listen, let me give Mikhail a round of applause.
Thank you.
Yes, so just so you know, Mikhail, we have a great interest in your success, and all we want is the best for you, just as how your parents want the best for you.
Yeah.
Right? And I want you to understand something, that in going through your time in school as well as out of school, there are always consequences for your actions. There are good consequences and there are bad consequences. Anytime you're going to do something and you think there are going to be negative consequences, you don't want to do that. So think about it. Anytime you're going to do something, if you think there are going to be negative consequences, think twice about doing it. Once there are going to be positive consequences and it's legal, it's fine for you to do it. But we're going to talk about this much more, you know. But Andrea, we are so happy that you can give us the time. You with
It's not a problem. It was my
and
pleasure.
what we want to do, Andrea, is that we want to kind of keep a checkup, and before he goes back to school, we like to have him in again.
Yes,
you know, so we could have another
that'll
talk.
be fine.
Yeah, another talk for him to put him on his way to school.
Yes,
you know, in the
definitely.
right type of mood and the right frame of mind.
Yes, that is quite okay with me.
Yeah.
I welcome every bit of support.
And I want to thank my good friend Anderson Wilson.
Yes, I also want to thank Anderson as well.
Anderson is my good friend.
Because he put us on, yes.
Yeah. I'm a real good UNC friend.
Okay.
And Mikhail, you know, the words in 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 said, don't children go to school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you're going to catch real hell.
Without an education in your head, your whole life could be pure misery. You're better off dead. There is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated little boy or girl. Don't follow idle companion to lead you astray. Don't tomorrow, you better learn today.
All right, yeah. Only take a
All right, Tommy, we bounce it off.
All right. On the path.
So, Andrea,
yes.
Any closing words before you go?
Once again, I really would like to thank you guys. It was really appreciated, the acknowledgement for my son on his hard work and his achievements. It's nice to know that people outside of the community could acknowledge the good that comes out of the community.
Good.
Yes, it's really nice, and I hope you guys continue. And I definitely know that there will be more, not 𝗪𝗶𝗃𝗃 as a name, but more success stories coming out from the BTAM and other areas.
Good.
Thank you.
Let 𝗪𝗁 say a few words before you go. Just 𝗪𝗁 say something before you go.
All right.
I just want to say thank you for having me here, and I would be very happy to come back.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
𝗪𝗁.
Mikhail.
Make all of you proud.
Excellent job.
Oh, thank you in advance.
Thank you.
Good night, Dr. Mikhail.
Dr. Mikhail Frederick.
Yeah, we putting it out into the atmosphere.
Yes, that has a nice ring to it, Dr. 𝗪𝗁 Frederick.
Yeah, we putting it into the atmosphere, you know. We putting it out into the atmosphere. You know, when you put it out there, it just come back.
Yeah.
Into the ethers.
Yeah.
Into the ethers.
That's right. That's right. So Andrea and Mikhail, thank you guys so very kindly. We really appreciate this.
Yes, and thank you guys for having us.
Right, and you guys will hear from us.
Okay.
All right, take care.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Same to you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
And happy emancipation in advance.
Thank you so much.
Same to you.
Yes,
and happy reparations too.
You see, we go pick up your phone now, Anderson Wilson.
I went and I get genetically modified and come back.
Oh,
I want to read one of them two quotes there before we go.
Somebody phone ringing.
Yeah.
He's calling Anderson. So the storm is now a GMO.
Yeah, when I get genetically modified.
So what effect that's gonna have on us, Storm?
Well, you might get a tornado inside a storm, inside a blizzard.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, like I don't know, like the PDP does take me Anderson phone or
But you have to realize that a lot of people don't answer their phone after 9 o'clock in Trinidad. You know.
It's late, you know.
So
Yeah.
So I want Gary to answer this. Gary, you there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Gary, listen to this quote by Ron Diaz. And I want you to answer this quote. I'm not going to answer it. What we must understand, WZYE is a PNM operative station. Some is a PNM sycophant supporter. Go ahead now, Gary. This is a WZYE TV and WZYE 95.9 FM is a PNM operative station. Gary, can you answer that?
I would ignore that. I would ignore that. You have a call coming in?
Yeah.
Probably Anderson.
Hello, Anderson. You're live on WZYE 95.9 FM. How are you?
Okay.
Anderson, you're live on here. Don't cuss.
No, I cuss. Oh God! But I'm glad you all mentioned the dad name too as well, because the dad is a hard-working dad. But when education is concerned, the mother don't play with them children. You have a sister, and his sister have about 11 subjects, you know.
Whoa.
Yeah, the big sister about 11 subjects.
11.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Anderson,
Yes, Mr. Walsh.
People complaining that these days we calling you and answering the phone at all. It's
Yeah,
like
boy, they say there's only answer the phone when Juke.
He said there's only answer when Juke call you.
Anderson.
Well, I see every day we partner and the Williams was watching Juke every day. But as 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 told him, what is happening? What's in Juke? No, they have my support, eh? They have my support.
But Andy, but yeah, man, Andy. Anderson.
Did
you hear he called me the other morning? And then I call him back. And when I call him back and I start the game thunder, so he said, I'll call you back, I'll call you back. It's great coming up. And he ain't call back at all. Andy Williams, 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 expose you, boy.
Yeah. What the? If they get money. No, everybody need money. Eh? So if I support it, I supporting you.
Correct.
If money come. If I supporting it, I supporting it. But apparently they ain't get no money. The company ain't get no money from us. So what? Boy, it was pressure.
𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 expose them. And hear him now.
Yes.
Hear what he say? He said Wall Street. You don't know 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 went and apologized. She took back what she said. I said, Andy, 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 was on our program last night. What you talking about?
Apologize for nothing.
Yeah. I said 𝗪𝗶𝗶𝗃 was on our program last night. You see, the boy don't even listen to other programs. If you're that smart, that's why it's the _POMPECA radio. If you're smart, you understand? You go listen to other programs just to get a little feel of what's going on now.
No, but listen now. We want, I don't know if you can hear me, but we want the activists to be real on what they're doing for their people. Don't sell out. You understand? And this is what we are really annoyed with when they don't stay real in the fight. You know, like Anderson stay real in ECNS.
They gotta eat a food.
Yeah, they hearing you. He hearing you.
Yeah, I understand, brother. Listen, man, I'm proud of you for keeping the fight. And, you know, just keep up the good work. And we want you to let these people know in your area that we are with them as much as they, you know, as we can provide support, that we are interested in them succeeding, you know. So just keep up the good work. And we want you to stay in touch with us.
Anderson.
Yes.
Tommy, Commissioner here. Listen, I really appreciate what you did with Mikhail's family for us. But there's also another family that had a similar success story. They say that's just 4 blocks away from them.
You all will be able to speak to them on Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Yes. We want to talk to them also, please.
Yeah, I'll put everything in place.
Anderson, boy, We
Yeah, we
really
want
appreciate.
we want to do a live with him too, guys. Let's do a live
Yeah,
with
no,
him.
listen. Anderson does work hard. All you see, Anderson pick up his phone now. Next 3 days, Anderson going back as a sabbatical. He going back and hiding again. But
We want to do an update. We want to do an update. Let us keep up.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I'm cooking right now, you know. But you could have taste, man. Yeah. Have some leg and thigh, cut up small, so string that. Some plain rice.
No.
Some
The leg and thigh ain't gonna work.
Pigeon peas.
Anderson is a vegan, boy. Wrong with you?
He doesn't eat meat.
No, I don't eat meat, boy. Live or dead.
All right.
What do you
mean by that?
I stopped eating meat 2 months now.
Yeah, Diana stopped eating meat too, you know.
Oh gosh.
That's
no good.
Meat,
that's
no
good.
bread.
She's a vegetarian.
I'm about the fish.
I might do fish, but I don't eat meat there. I might once in a pink moon, but I don't do the other meats no more.
But you know, Diane, I hear people. This is talking young that for UNC to win, Kamala has stepped down.
La live for today.
I think the only person who can go in that place is Dr. Munilal.
Gary,
the only person to go in that place.
Oh no, Gary gone. Gary jump off. He's the only person, Munilal. Well, I leave in UNC. I leave in all the UNC thing and all your business. I stay not a UNC business, not me.
Myself, I want no part of it.
But UNC business is Trinidad business too, man.
Yeah, well,
you can't start Wall Street?
No. When I have to get involved, I get involved. You see, like Andy and them who doesn't want to admit there is UNC and telling people about their country. If you're for UNC, you're for UNC. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
If you support UNC, tell people you support them.
Yeah, no. Remember, they could have called Kamala, but they can't. It seems like they can't call Kamala again. They call him. They're lucky they got Daniel Roberts the other night.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, they got Daniel Roberts the other morning. Also too, UNC that the basic on report no kind of respect again. Or like if they ever pay them money, I ain't sure. But they continue to talk for the UNC, and UNC does study the supporters. I said that without holding back anything.
To me, both
support the people.
Both Kamala and Rowley have to go. Let them belong home and let young blood step up and run thing. And however they turn the road, let it roll.
It's time.
Yeah, time for the
let them go home.
So
and it's time for somebody
else new to come. Anderson, go ahead and finish cook your pot, man.
All right, you all have a how the words there, you know, splendiferous, marvelous, tremendous. Oh God, splendiferous, marvelous, tremendous.
Fabulous.
And listen, I sending them 5 words for you personally. I go share it with Makai, and I sending them for you. And when you go on them program, I wait to repeat them words.
because I bounce up to nice shit there the other in tongue and I'm trying to use them words there. High conscious, have a most splendiferous, marvelous, tremendous. Well, I said, God, I said, but, and I started biting my tongue. I said, how watching to do this? How Mr. watching to do this?
Oh God.
Yeah. So the girls that I'm watching now, they're smiling, eh? And if you hear no man like if I know the words that I'm exact.
Anderson, I hear you that throw water on Heinz the other day in that tent. That true?
No, people say that I had the bucket. No, because he's dumbling me, man.
I hear it was you up on that ladder.
Yeah. Anybody walking Port of Spain, Like, you will be in a tent to the bucket of water or something or what?
Anderson,
They
somebody.
say I slacking the tent for the cabin.
Anderson, somebody tell me they say, boy, they say Anderson with that bucket. Anderson, check it. Anderson, they say Anderson, the minister now call the water lord. He take it from Iowa.
I was very there when they throw the water. I hold my corner. I held my corner. They say I don't know UNC Josie. No, whenever they have flood and things, you see Kamala them come out in the Josie to assist people. So I put up my UNC Josie. When I reach up now, Richard Marcel called me. He say, call the press now, boy. Call the press. We want the press to come. I said, for what? We're going to throw water lines.
Oh, yeah.
I said, we're going to throw water lines. Yeah. He said, yeah, second time he flood. First time he flood, he didn't get nothing. He come back now today with the beer hand. Like you don't know what just happened the last time. But I'm going to throw something. So I say, Otoka and then I say, you need to come and beat them now. And see how much first you can call. Call everybody you can call now. Because like something going to happen there beside the flood. They say, but I say, boy, and see now they want to throw water like Otoka and then even listen. Otoka and then I've known about that. Yeah? The news reporters and them they came up in the boots. They came up in the boots, man. Yeah, they came up in the boots. They came up in the boots. So the waiting for the water to trust. They say, but I want to say, we're going to throw water in the man.
They like bacchanal and confusion.
That's our treat. With Diane, the first time. That man, watch that boy. I see that man run. I see that man run like he's skating, you know. Like, you think when you're doing, when you're skating on ice?
Yeah.
Heinz run in that boots, boy. Heinz run long about shoot until he see a police ship, you know.
Oh, God. Only in Trinidad.
Watch that. And he saw Peters. That was my initiative, you know. Yeah, see Peters' eye. As I do that. As I tell him to do that. For me. I live on phase 2. That happened in phase 3. So look and show what let me should they say yes. I say, see me, let me stay out. I don't have one UNC jersey. Let me stay out. I go in a yard and they saying go for me eyes, but if you listen to them and start to walk. They saying go for me, you come at your beer and go for me. And next thing I see boys only bucket of water and who kicking. But if he had sense and if he had went to a good school, he would have make out something wrong here, you know. Too much of bucket of seeing people hand. Yeah.
But he's an attorney now. The money come up in one class.
You see, everybody have a bucket in their hand. You still tell a lane. You just pick sense out and say, see me, let me go for me, or call back up. Yeah. But
so
he went and he tell him I curse him. So the lawyer asked him, how many people are there? So he said approximately 150 about. So, but you made out my voice. Yeah. All them people was cursing, but you made out my voice. You tell me something is wrong with eyes? But I feel this time
your voice was yellow.
Somebody good this time in Lavandel, yeah? I know about Akilorden not still hear the people. But this time, I feel like it's going to get voted out, yeah? I feel Lavandel fed up. And I feel I go vote the PDP. So the PDP will spread the votes. The PDP will spread the votes together with the UNC. Lavandel people love the UNC too, eh? Lavandel people love the UNC. But see my UNC don't love Lavandel.
All right, Anderson, we had a run.
Okay,
hey, don't forget that. Get that thing first for that guy for Tuesday, all right?
Yes, yes, I will.
Okay,
I will.
man. All
I
right,
will.
bless.
Yeah, good night,
Thanks for
Anderson.
everything.
All right.
Thanks again.
Take care.
No
I
problem.
hope Akira beat you for talking to them women in town.
All you were saying, Anderson, good?
Quite good.
All right, yeah, because what we're doing now, you can take calls online on the laptop itself.
All right.
So,
It's working well.
Yeah. It's been.
Hey, Tommy Rose says she busting out of Trinidad. She coming by you.
So
Okay.
let me quickly
Tell
say
her
this.
hurry up. Tell her
So-
I'm waiting.
Run DMC says what we must understand: WZYE is a PNM operative station, and some is a PNM sycophant supporter. All right. I mean, I am growing up in Laventille, my grandmother always told me, it take a sycophant supporter to know a sycophant supporter. So Ron, you are absolutely correct. I'm a sycophant PNM supporter, and you are sycophant UNC supporter. So both are we in the same boat? We just a different.
I genetically modified.
Oh, you genetically modified, all right. Hailey says Kamala had one term and behavior was the same as the PNM. Let me see.
Hey, Rennie, with the fig, boy, with the fig.
Hey, New Jersey has some mosquitoes here, boy. Could take you straight to Trinidad.
I don't know. Troy Smith says the Salcott money went to the Hailey's 42-inch pipeline in progress at 78% of water. Okay. Hailey says, if a baby's at the side of the road alone in a PNM or UNC shirt, PNM or UNC supporter will not stop to help that baby. Too much dunce hatred in the country. Okay? But we know Hailey's a pep. Hailey's a pep.
Hey, Rose says she bringing Lana with she. Tommy, they go share you, okay?
There's enough to go around.
Hailey says, Gary always comes up with these poor explanations.
Rennie, when you give me figure, go last 9 months. What kind of rotten figure game, man?
Well, I highly need to come up with what poor explanation they're talking about.
Yeah, Hailey says they saw something look like smoke and think it's water too, Gary? Gary. What? Run the MC. The Salcott is owned by Hafi's Karamat brother Ellis. Okay.
Old talk and stupid talk. Nothing to do anything to make something happen in your community. Come here to talk a bunch of crap.
Curry says, is that a word? Or Gary Hailey said the police see a gun in the dark, Gary.
Well, let me tell you something here. We have had many incidents with the police see a phone and shot somebody. All right, the person is going for their phone and the police shoot them.
Gary, I don't know about Hailey have it in faith tonight, but you say you want to know, go ask the police who investigate the police.
Yeah, but highly call out the criminals and them who shooting up each other and have the people under duress. They have their own community under duress. You think those people happy there with them?
Hey, what's going on with the commissioner of police thing now?
What commissioner of police? We almost at the top of the hour.
Yeah, Carice say, what about the video trending with the two men that took the woman's handbag?
Oh, I ain't see that one.
Yeah, you shared it with me.
That's on Freeport.
Okay. That's the one where Freeport or somewhere.
I don't know where, but you shared it with me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys had to organize yourself to deal with them. You don't just be talking. You guys physically there. If I was there, I was doing something to organize in the community.
I live in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go for a quick station identification. Hold on a minute, guys. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Again, we want to say thank you to 𝗪𝗫𝗃 and his mother, Andre, for joining us. I finally had to write down the name to make sure I get it correct. It's 𝗪𝗫𝗃. You know, 𝗪𝗪𝗃, you're going to be very successful at St. Mary's. We know that, and we're going to make sure that you are on the road to success with outside help, and we appreciate all the hard work your mother did as well as your father, because I spoke to the father too as well. The father is very hardworking, and they are exemplars coming out of the BTM, and there are many, 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 many more like that. I'm just kind of surprised that the MP and the councillor didn't reach out.
You surprised? You surprised?
Yeah,
Oh Lord.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We're back with individuals with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. The next thing I'm surprised about, I'm really surprised that this haven't been on the radio in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm kind of surprised about that.
About what?
Huh?
The kids who passed the CIC?
Yeah.
I read something about the other one. That's
no,
why.
I read something about the other kid. Liz Williams did something.
Right.
Right? But I am surprised that, and I'm surprised that 91.9, none of them guys didn't do a 2 minutes or a 3 minutes interview with them.
Well, how would you call up your girlfriend?
They're not patriotic.
How would you call up
Andy
your
Williams
girlfriend?
and them?
And see what's
Them
up
talk
with that?
about country. Them talk about country. How come them interview them? Eh?
They're not
Them about country.
patriotic.
But also, since they're physically there, what are they doing to help bring resource into the community to help them children advance themselves? What are they doing? Can they mobilize some people to go in that community and give some lessons to help the kids who's struggling?
Boy, it's push back, boy. Push back 1, push back 2, push back 3, push back 4, push back 5, push back 6.
All the big talk on the radio show. But what are you doing? Since you have so much pull now, what are you doing to drag some people into the community to help the children advance themselves? Look how far this lady had to travel all the way to McCoy. That's a long drive in traffic.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying we have to engage Brother David to put something in place to help these children.
Yeah,
but he's an educator. He's an educator.
And he close by. He's very close by.
Kwame, right.
Well, listen to me. I'm sure there's a lot of other resources because we don't want nobody going and indoctrinating the children mind into something.
Indoctrinate what? Gary?
We're talking education here.
With this negativity.
Listen.
We're talking education here.
Listen, guys.
We're talking education. We're talking nothing
so
else.
He's the only person we can get?
We're not going to have that discussion.
Yeah.
No.
Because he's gonna make him a proud black African man.
We're not going to have that discussion.
No, we want him to be a proud Trinidadian. That's what we want him to be.
A black African Trinidadian.
Okay.
Diana,
all right. Well, then you guys on your own with that.
Diana, we're going to engage 𝗪𝗶𝗫𝗵 and that's it. Okay?
Good.
David, yeah.
Talk done. All right?
And you can't get nobody else to come and do that.
No.
He has
no educator. No educator.
Gary, what we're looking at is the facility. He has an infrastructure he has in place for that sort of activity.
But I am talking about bringing people into the community there to assist them. The people have to go to them for everything. Why?
Well, that's in the community. That place is in the community.
Stop. Tommy, stop. Gary, if you don't want to be part of it, you do not have to be part of it.
I am not going to be part of that with David. But what I'm saying, what I support is that there's a lot of other people we could drag in to help them.
Gary, we are starting with David Mohammed. Talk done.
Well, then you on your own with that.
Good. Thank you.
What is the problem?
Thank you. Right?
Why is it whenever?
What is problematic about this?
I don't know. He already has the infrastructure. He already has the books and the things and everything there. Why we can't fortify him? I know why.
Guys, can we stop arguing about this, please?
I'm not arguing.
Please, let's just leave it at that. That's how we are going to engage. We're going to start with him, and that's where we starting. Okay?
Gary, somebody say you have a lot. I mean, Tommy, somebody say you have a lot of a farana. I know what farana is for.
Okay. We'll figure it out together. What that is.
And Rose starting the bacana with the farana. What's farana, Nadia?
Eugene says, tell Gary to take a sense pill before coming on radio. So before we wrap up, folks, let me just tell these people here. Ellis, welcome. Rose says, I enjoy myself today in a family day. I eat until my stomach swell. Then Lana, okay, my stomach swell. Rose Ellis, Eugene, put closing comments in the chat. Carice, Lana, welcome. Lana as well, put closing comments in the chat. Rennie, put closing comments in the chat. As well as Hailey, I think I see Hailey. Hailey, put closing comments in the chat. All right. I'm very disappointed in Gary, because when Gary asks to help people, we don't ask him what type of people is it, what type of person they are not, who they are affiliated with or anything. We just help the people. Right? So, you know, if that is how you want to operate, it's very unfortunate. But then you're not truly about country. No, you're not truly about country, and that is sad and unfortunate. Right? You may not like a person, right? You may not like a person, but that sort of, anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Leave it alone. Anyway, let me give I'm out of tongue, so I have to get up early in the morning. So you guys, it was nice engaging in the village, and the Storm will be back next week. Just to let you guys know, Stormy had a little accident at the daycare. He was playing with a bigger dog, and he gently nipped his ear, but he's okay. I just pull him away from group play for a couple of days and instruct them to give him some dog aspirin. Nadia, your puppy all right, don't worry. I saw him on video today. All right, so I just reported on Stormy. All right, so I am going to retire. I have to be on a set at 8 in the morning. So let me go to sleep.
All right, later.
All right.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah. So I wanna let me see something. Okay, here it is. Martin Luther King said, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. Change does not roll in on wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. And so we must straighten our backs and work for our freedom. A man can't ride you unless your back is bent. Closing comments, Tommy?
These are the words of Bobby McFerrin. I know we have our Trinidad version of it, but he says, in every life, we have some trouble. But when we worry, we make it double. So don't worry, be happy. Anyways, I appreciate, as always, being here in the village with this wonderful family. I know we have some disagreements with a close member of our family, but we have to always remember we have to agree to disagree and keep it moving. Again, it's like I said, it's been a pleasure. Looking forward to the next session. Love you all. Be safe out there.
Okay, thank you, Tommy. Let's go to the okay. Rennie Muhammad says, we are all one people under the same sun. Peace, love to everyone. Everybody congratulating Lana on the work that she did. So Lana says, anyone need landscaping and beautification done, contact me.
Up here too? In the US also?
Yes, you got to do that virtually though. Lana, you could do virtual landscaping. You could do it, of course. You know what I mean? Closing comments. June Julian says, closing comments. The low point of the show tonight was Gary. That's his closing comments. Nah, we still entitled our opinion, even though, you know, sometimes it's, you know, better not to say certain things, you know, but because you know, it tend to show your true colors, you know what I mean? Like if I say that I don't want to work with this person, I'm not going to work with you unless you work with this person. I mean, Alice says, my comment, it doesn't make sense having a mouth full of scripture, but a heart full of hate. Whoa.
Big.
Alice, that deep, boy. Woo. Alice, boy, you're hitting for 6 pounds. Now, let me repeat that. It doesn't make sense having a mouth full of scripture, but a heart full of hate. Whoa, boy.
Carissa's closing comment says, when talking or typing, you don't have to use a barrage of big words that you don't understand. So to sound sophisticated, don't try to impress others. Be yourself.
There we go. Hailey says, comments. Closing comments. Don't let anyone take you off the path easily. Always use your focus on yourself and be happy in everything you do. Whew.
Good. Lana says, love in the house. One people under the sun. No race, no discrimination. Love to you all. Stay safe. Yep. Same to you, Lana.
Full 100. Full 100. You already get Carice, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You see, folks, and that's what it's about here in the village. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. It's about trying for us all to come together for country. And you can support your party all you want. Support whatever party you want to support. But at the end of the day, it's country before party. Country before party. And if your party is not doing the right thing, you have to have the testicular fortitude to call them out on it. Because if they continue, right, it's not going to benefit the masses in the country. Go ahead, Tommy.
That's it. There's anything else?
No, that's it. I'm going to play My People by Watchman.
Yep.
Yeah. So, folks, it's always a pleasure being in the village with you guys. And, of course, as we said, there's always one love in the village. You know, and have love in your heart.
That's it.
You know, that's why I tell people I could never hate anybody.
Right.
Never. So we're going to go to Watchman, My People. And this is one coming from Renee.
Something called My People. Put your hand together. Let me bring on stage 𝗧𝗿𝗲𝗏.
And 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏, boy. It could be your next commissioner of police too, you know. You never know.
You never know. Good night, Anselm.
Yeah, man. You never know, boy.
Yep.
Yeah, we had you know. I feel I could do a good job though.
I am sure based on the experience that he currently has.
The experience he has, we need that in Trinidad and Tobago, boy. But at least we know we need to give it a try. Here's Watchman.
Something called My People. Put your hand together. Let me bring on stage 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏, better known as Watchman.
I'm an African, I'm a West Indian, I'm a Trinbagonian. Yes, all these things are true. But I'm a working man, a Calypsonian, I'm your fellow human. Yes, I am one of you. But every time I ask you to choose your people, you start using color and class one time. But as a man who knows how it is to struggle, let me tell you how I choose mine. Like if a man could sell on the highway all day just to try and live honestly, and would break his back in a quarry for small pay. Anytime he wants, he can walk with me. But if you call yourself a top lawyer, but go to court and lie to try to save a drug pusher, if Dolce the money make you fat while your conscience grows small, you're a leech and you're not my people at all. Rise up, my people, let the world know you are alive. Let them see that despite all struggle, my people are bound to survive.
So we are back with you. Before we go, I missed Rose's comment, so let me read Rose's comment. Rose says, my closing comment, I'm feeling like a torn between two lovers and someone told me. Don't know what to do, but thanks to Lana, we know about them kind of things. So I'm safe. Good night, everyone. God bless.
Oh, gosh, Rose, we still love you.
Men go walk over and then beg father just to get $1. Yes, we want to be rich. We don't have money, but we'll play lottery because we think we're lucky. Yes, back and forth we switch. For some of the rich people you admire, their business is laundering drug money. And when they try to outsmart the mafia, the grave is a cane feeling carony. But if a man could sell cloth and barra on a bike, and 20 years later he gets wealthy, he could build up as many plazas as he likes. That is the progress I want to see. But if today a man broke and hungry, and tomorrow he driving posh motor car, my people may never own a Ferrari, but at least we could get old and retire. Rise up, my people, let the world know you are alive. Let them see that despite all struggle, my people are bound to survive. There are autocrats playing Democrats to control you peewats. Yes, that's your legacy. Talking integration, but to their children teach segregation. Yes, divided unity. So you only go to shows that have your own people. Africans go to Pan, Indians Diwali, Naga. But when the both of you come out your shows and you miss your vehicle, well, it's your own people thief your motor car. But if a man could marry a woman, not his race, and both of them could live as one family, and their children play with your children. No disgrace. That is the essence of unity. But if a nightclub refuse me entry, saying gully walks can mix with these so-called whites, that white boy who killed short to skip the country, cause in local jail every night is gully walk night. Rise up, my people, let the world know you are alive. Let them see that despite all struggle, my people have come to survive.
When here, the watchman.
Hey, watchman.
Hey. Rise up, my people.
Every man's a brother, and love thy neighbor, just words on paper. Yes, we pay lip service. We go hug another, but in we corner go cuss him mother. Yes, supreme prejudice. Some Indians and whites will make it their business to hug the resources for their own clan. We Negroes will boast that how we ain't racist, because we always sleeping with Indian woman. But if a man could feed all the vagrants on the streets, my people will honor him for his deeds, and will save all the battered women that he meets. These are the things that my country needs. But if a man call himself a pundit and have a newspaper, he says to protect the poor, but only poor naked women inside it. When that pervert dead, they should bring him back as a whore. Rise up, my people, and let the world know you are alive. Let them see that despite all struggle, my people are bound to survive.
Wait, the watchman.